So today we're playing Disco Elysium. About 3 years ago, my friend from where I used to live loved this game, played this game, fell in love with it, and he went on a mission to buy it for his friends and play it with his friends. And so I played about 6 hours of this game over the course of like 5 weeks. Like, whenever we had a Saturday available, he would come over later in the evening and we would turn on this game and we would casually play it. And so we did not get that far. We spent a lot more time talking than we did playing, and I did not play this game in my free time at all. So I have seen what this game is like and a very general kind of idea of the beginning of the story. I know that this game can take upwards of like 40 hours to beat if you're a slow reader. If you go for 100%, I think it's more like 50. However, most people beat this game in about 20, 21. So we're probably going to be sitting around maybe 24 hours, maybe? That's my guess. I know that usually I take a really long time and I'm very long-winded with everything, and I read things a little bit slower than some other people would. But I like to take my time, you know? So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to play it. However, there's also, like, to be honest with you, a little bit of, like, trepidation, a little bit of anxiety surrounding this game for me, because very similarly to 24-hour stream, no. You wouldn't even be able to be here for the whole thing. You go to bed at like 10 p.m., Salty. I know you. Some people really, really love this game. A lot of people praise this game as being one of the greatest of our time. And I am afraid truthfully, to not like this game in the same way that, like, people love certain movies or certain shows or certain comic books or manga, and then I read them and I'm like, these are bad, or not bad, but this does not vibe with me. And it makes me feel, it makes me feel like something is wrong with me. Like, why did this not vibe with me? And I'm afraid that this game, not specifically because of the game that it is, but just because it's so popular, I'm afraid that if I don't like it, it will give me, like, anxiety. It will give me negative feelings, right? So I'm just going to go into it open, and I'm going to play it, and I'm going to play all of it, and I'm just going to vibe, okay? We're vibing through the game. One thing I do know is how the character creation works, so I'll try to explain it. I'm not going to do any of these. I don't know why it says continue right here, because this is a brand new. So we're just going to create my own character. Oh, I see why it says continue. Gotcha. All right, we're going to create my own. We're going to read through it. I don't know very much about the character creator. I shouldn't have said that. What I do know is that I want to do Inland Empire. Except whether you like it or not. It feels threatening. It's heartwarming and also threatening. Also, my fucking hair has been pissing me off lately. Something about it. Maybe it's the weather, because it's like 20 fucking degrees outside and it's super dry. But my hair feels so flat and like it feels like I lost like half of my hair volume. I heard Disco Elysium is good, though I don't know anything else about it. Well, I hope that you enjoy it too. We're going to go into this experience together, and we'll try to figure this out, okay? We'll try to enjoy it as much as we can. Oh, I see. So we could be all average. Okay, what do I not care about? Intellect, raw brain power, how smart you are. Psyche, sensitivity, how emotionally intelligent you are. Physique, how your musculature, how strong you are. And motorics, your senses, how agile you are. Okay, the character that I like to play in D&D are usually not super strong. They're usually average intelligence and fast. I like dex. I like dex builds. I like to play rogues. So we're actually going to, I think, weak? Terrible? Let's do weak. And let's drop weak, average, weak. Let's do that. I like that. And let's pump up int and motorics. That feels good to me. If I were to play as like a... Yeah, that's the type of character that I like. I like characters that can figure out puzzles and quick on their feet. I like to react to traps or disarm traps. That's what I like to do. And I'm usually not like... I'm a big talker in D&D, as you can imagine by these streams, but I'm not really like a... get in tune with my emotions or try to swindle people or seduce or coerce. I'm not that type of guy. I just like to talk through problems and talk to characters and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to go with, and I'm usually not a big, like, brawn, smash it open, bust through the door, kick down the lock type character. So I feel good about this. Let's go. Okay. Logic, encyclopedia, rhetoric, drama, conceptualization, or visual calculus. Okay, all right. This art is insane. Let me hide my face so that we can look at it together. This is kind of disgusting. Like, I feel like I'm... Like, if I saw this in a painting, if I saw this in an office, it would definitely be at, like, a psychiatric ward. Like, look at this one. What is that? What am I looking at? Oh, disgusting. This looks like something from Tokyo Ghoul. I'm not gonna lie. These kind of look like art from Tokyo Ghoul. Is that weird to say? I feel like I would see these in Picasso if he had night terrors. I think Picasso did have night terrors. Logic. Wield raw intellectual power. Deduce the world. Encyclopedia. Call upon your knowledge. Produce fascinating trivia. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Base int +4. Oh. Play the actor. Lie and detect lies. Conceptualization. Understand creativity. See art in the world. Visual calculus. Reconstruct crime scenes. Make laws of physics. Work for the law. I like that one. Can I get more? Oh, shit. Oh my god, we're going to be reading, bro. Cool for forensic scientists, tactical fighters, math-minded people. Visual calculus versus you not only in the law of the state, but the laws of nature. It enables you to create virtual crime scene models in your mind's eye. You'll see how a bullet shattered the glass, and from trace its trajectory with mathematical precision. You'll also count so many footsteps, and at a glance discern shoe size and design, as well as the height, weight, and gender of the one who wore them. Interesting. How do you get gender? I mean, a women's shoe, I guess. They do have different shapes and sizes and stuff like that. At high levels, visual calculus makes the world reveal its secrets to you, but you may also be so absorbed in your mind diorama you didn't notice as crooks steal your pants. However, at low levels, your mind's eye will be blind. Reconstructing crime scenes will be difficult without outside help. I see. Okay, which one? Overview. See art in the world. I'm not really interested in lying to people. Yep, definitely. Okay, alright, salty. Call upon your knowledge. Produce fascinating trivia. Cool for thinkers, historians, and trivia freaks. Encyclopedia makes you a know-it-all, turning your mind into a database of facts. It enables you to draw on these facts innately, offering a wealth of background knowledge to all things related and unrelated to your case. Who knows what the history of cigarette brands will provide the breakthrough you need to arrest a murderer, or what knowledge of pre-revolutionary guns might save a life. At high levels, Encyclopedia shares this wealth of knowledge to an almost overwhelming degree. While it may give you crucial breakthroughs, it more often will clutter your mind with useless tidbits. With low levels of Encyclopedia, though you'll be forced to work with only the clues in front of you without any background knowledge. Copying is going to be tough. Okay, so we're a cop. Yeah, we're definitely a cop. We're a detective, if I remember correctly, from the little bit that I did play. I'd say I played the opening scene. I played the opening, and then I expanded shortly into the rest of the little town that you're in, but I don't remember very much. There's one specific character that I do remember, though. This huge, like, maybe racist guy. We'll get to him. Wield raw intellectual power, deduce the world. Cool for analyst, pure rationalist, and obviously logicians. Logic urges you to analyze the living daylights out of the case. It enables you to piece evidence together, detect inconsistencies in statements, and impress everyone with your astonishing conclusions. It's the bread and butter of many detectives. At high levels, logic will be able to solve even the most complicated puzzle. You'll be very proud and thus susceptible to intellectual flattery, for those blinded by their own brilliance often miss important clues. With low levels of logic, you're going to have a hard time solving even the simplest puzzle, even if you find the pieces. Good luck putting them together. Okay, so some of these sound like they actually go together very well. Like visual calculus and logic sound like they go together pretty good. And encyclopedia goes into this like detective cop type thing, right? Whereas rhetoric, drama, and conceptualization go together a little bit better, kind of like playing the part, I guess is what I'd say. I want Inland Empire because it gives you like, here, let me read it. Hunches and gut feeling, dreams in the waking life. Cool for dreamers, paranatural investigators, mental creators. Inland Empire is the unfiltered wellspring of imagination, emotion, and foreboding. It enables you to grope your way through invisible dimensions of reality, gaining insight into that which sight can't see. What's really going? What's really going? That's weird. Not what's really going on, but what's really going. What do these enigmatic riddles mean for the world fate? At high levels, Inland Empire animates the inanimate. You'll have conversations with your clothing, conversations that may change in the course of the investigation if you're not thrown into the loony bin first. With low Inland Empire, however, you'll be a void of imagination and character. And then how will you shape the cosmos? Okay. So I want that. Can I do that? I have 2 points, right? Set signature. Okay. So I need to choose one to be my signature. Well, I chose intellect and motorics to be my like higher level skill. So let's see. I think, going off of like D&D, I think perception might be a good signature, but let's read it. See, hear, and smell everything. Let no detail go unnoticed. Cool for fine detailed detectives, sensualist, urban scavengers. Sensualist? Perception wants you to be open to the world, with eyes, ears, and nose. Hold on. Sorry, I had to sneeze so bad. One of the coffees that I roasted today was a aged coffee. If you don't know, green coffee, right? So they take the coffee bean out of the like cherry, I think it's called, and it's basically a seed, and they dry it and they age it for a small amount of time until it's completely dry, and then they bag it and they ship it across the world to where I live, and then we roast it fresh and then bag it and send it out to grocery stores. That's essentially what my job is. And one of the coffees that we get from Colombia or Peru, something like that, I can't remember, is an aged coffee. And green coffee has something called, like, I think the word is chaff. It's essentially like an onion skin. Like, you know how onion has that layer that you peel off, and then in between each layer, it's got that really, really thin skin. And if you want good onion rings, you're supposed to peel off that really, really thin membrane. Well, coffee beans have something very similar called chaff. And on aged coffee, it's really dry. And because it's so dry, it's so light, it just like aerates, and the air around you just fills with dust. This really thin dust, and it like filled my lungs today because all we did was roast that coffee. And my God, dude. Fuck. I sneezed constantly today. Tomorrow I'm going to have terrible, like, sinus congestion. I can feel it coming. So I feel very congested if I sound congested at all on stream. At high levels, perception takes in every fine detail of the physical world, enough to overwhelm all but the strongest mind. However, with low levels, you are going to miss out on everything. After all, you can't arrest what you can't see, hear, or smell. I think I'm kind of piecing together a character here. I think I like logic, I like visual calculus, I like perception. Okay, what if I set... What if I go for, like, full detective? Let's set visual calculus as my signature. Wait, I only get to choose one? Oh, oh, I see. What if I do this? Yeah, it takes it away from visual calculus. Interesting. So I only get one pip. Okay. I thought what was happening here is I had 4 points to spend, and I could choose. You know, okay. So like, if you've never played D&D before, your class, your race, your background, your stuff like that, sometimes just your level you can choose, has like affinities, you know? So like a rogue is going to have proficiency in sneak and sleight of hand and deception and stuff like that. So I start off with more points in those skills than I would if I wanted like animal riding or something like that. I would have to devote points to that, whereas the other skills that I have proficiency in based on the nature of the class starts with points. So I thought what was happening here is I would set a signature, and then that would start with one. So basically I'd get one free point, and then I could spend 4 points somewhere, 2 points somewhere, 2 points somewhere, 4 points somewhere. But it looks like that is not the case. I'm not really sure what a signature is, but since I now know I only get one of them, I'm considering doing perception rather than visual calculus. But you know what? It was savoir-faire. Sneak under their noses, stun with immense panache. Savoir-faire urges you to be better than you are. It urges you to be disco, slip by others in Samuran boxing style, then tumble out the back with unexpected acrobatics. It enables you to move with silent footsteps, to groove to a good beat, and to lift useful evidence off perps without them noticing. It also makes you a cooler cop whose athletic flair will certainly impress the citizenry. Oh, so we could be like agile cool cop. Cop that breaks the law to solve the law. At high levels, savoir-faire makes you the king of cool, which is as much to say the most stylish douchebag in Revachol. Revachol? No, it's Revachol. Nobody will see you until you're ready to be seen, and then they'll get the full treatment, whether they want it or not. At low levels, however, you'll be a bumbling, feckless cop, unable to catch a pair of keys thrown by your partner without losing an eye. Interesting. Fuck it. We're doing visual calculus. We're rolling with it. All right, let's turn back on the camera. Hello, everybody. I'm back. You can see me. Hey kids, let's rap about how drugs aren't cool. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Ever the clearest winter, and I missed the rest of that. I'm sorry. I need to read faster.
Nothing. Only warm primordial blackness.
Can you guys hear?
Your conscious ferments in it. no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Ancient reptilian brain.
Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, baby.
Oh god, he sounds like, Yeah, I'm gonna move chat. Let's see. Chat. Let's move chat. Let's move chat over here. A little bit. There we go. Let's put you down here. How about that? There you go. We'll see how that. Well, you will see. Simply keep on non-existing is the only option that I have. But he kind of sounds like what's his name? Man, what's his fucking name? Austin Powers with that baby.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Ex-wives, huh? This is great. Give me some more. What was that about X something? Fuck it. This is great.
It is.
What was that about X something?
Creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
The voice acting in this game is good, but that is not a voice that I like. I like this film strip going on with the chat text history, I guess. Plunge back into the fathomless deep. No, I want to know about the X something.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyssopelagic zone.
Abyssopelagic. Abyssopelagic. I've never heard that word. Alonzi, never let me go. No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Fuck it, Alonzi.
Nothing down to fuck all, borough.
That's right. A return trip to the silence, please. Let's visit the ancient Zero home. Look, there's a I'm tired of being this type of animal, and who gives a shit?
Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over.
Don't stop. Keep singing. Sing me the song of death. Wait, no! I need to belittle myself instead. Sing me the song of death.
Song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the soul, bloated man
meat.
A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the death
I can't help but read faster than
longing,
him.
dancing to disco music.
Mother, help me. There's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Stop. I don't want to hear anything more about the sensation. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing. Mother, help me.
Stench of liquor rises from your
And we're back in the
mouth,
limbic system
and
now.
with it, an ungodly headache.
Help. Someone cut off my head. It's trying to murder the rest of me. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth?
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Does anyone actually wake up like
So
this?
now you know
Wah!
what it is. A Caprice Canema motor carriage.
Caprice Canema motor carriage. Open your eyes. Whoa! Oh, God. I don't remember him being so naked. Okay. All right. Oh.
The window stands
Holy shit.
in its frame. Cold
Look at this.
blows in.
Look at how fucked up we are. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. Assess the damage. Oh, 92%.
The shards face outward.
Hell yeah.
Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break this with my own hands? Look at
A
them.
fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
But what did this
More
thing?
likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Interesting. Look at it's so cool. It's beautiful. What am I doing? Assess the size of
It
the
is
impact.
too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
Okay.
Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner.
Oh, there's only one.
Coincidentally, is missing its
Wow.
front. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe.
Amazing.
Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside.
The door to it should be on the outside. Okay. I should go and get that shoe. I don't need it. I don't need anyone. I should go and get that shoe.
Gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
5 experience. Awesome. Pants? Look at those fucking bell bottoms, dude.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It
Fish them
says,
out.
whirling in rags on the aluminium key ring.
Aluminium.
Key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Amazing. Shirt. I see a shirt over there. Take. Item gained. Disco ass blazer. Bathtub. Hold tab to highlight. Oh, I have to use my fucking keyboard. I thought this was a point and click adventure. Oh shit. Okay. Wait, he has something to say. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Oh, an undershirt. White satin shirt. And there's a mirror here, too.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Yeah, I see that.
Hot water.
Masculine
flows from the
energy.
base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man.
The outline of a man.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing?
Or recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was
Blood
no mere night
alcohol.
of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
Wipe the
As
mirror.
you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort.
Oh,
You clearly have not
Inland
thought this
Empire.
through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
And you'll never unbecome it. I wonder if this will change this. I don't remember what it did. Maybe I should touch it first. Make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
What? What's wrong?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
Ew. I'm sorry. Touch your nose. At least my tongue is okay. Touch your tongue. I'm scared. I want to stop doing this. Okay, let's start with the
And you
nose.
are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't
Honk
appear to be
is
a
it?
particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
At least my tongue is
It's
okay.
not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between.
Ugh. I want to wipe the mirror. Oh, it looks like a man. Oh God, Jesus. I'm remembering how bad it is now. Holy shit, we look like a corpse, dude.
You have no idea.
You know what we look like?
who this thing is,
Fucking
do you?
in Darkest Dungeon, the underwater level, the gropers that hold their arms out and then they explode if you don't kill them fast enough. We look like one of those. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Dear Lord, help me. What is this? Of course I do. It's is it some superstar? I think I'm a superstar. The face of a late-stage alcoholic.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh, wait.
He looks way better in this painting than he does
Are
right
you
here.
trying to make him
Like, he doesn't look
confess?
good. He looks
Why?
sickly, but this is just bad, dude. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression? Yeah, why are we like used car salesmen
Please stop.
smiling?
It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Try
Oh
to stop.
My God. You can't stop. It's
Get
like
you-
it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off.
You know, you want an emote, Salty? What emote is it? 1 second. Did someone say Disco Elysium? Okay, there you go. I'm just going to rename it to that. There you go. Enjoy. I like how enjoying stream for Salty is finding relevant emotes. I like that. This is very funny. Oh God, it's horrible. In college, one of my friends in one of my classes told me that I never smiled, I only smirked, and now I wonder if I looked like this guy. Like, where he's really only pulling up one side of his face. He's got this, like, downturned. I didn't look this bad, but it's true. I only really smile with the left side of my face.
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
You know what this face reminds me of? The dudes who, like, I want gonna say anything. Say it. Say it. Say it, Salty. Fucking do it. You know that I have no filter for you. That's some odd graphics. It's a painting. It's painterly. He's terrifying. Look at him. He's a monster in the corner down here. He looks like a used car salesman, yes, but he also looks like the dudes who are like, they're smiling at you because they know that they want something from you. You know what I mean? And right when you give it to them, they're gone. They're gone. Used car salesman, yeah, dude trying to sell you some shit, dude trying to, like, get you home for the night, you know what I mean? This type of character is always very much like smooth talker. They only find you when you're drunk, you know? And they're always drunk. Hi, Zig, by the way. Superstardom. God, I don't know. It's indescribable. I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off, too, in a sad has-been kind of way. There is some charm to it. It's an expression of pain. I kind of think this is what it would have been 10 years ago. It looks like he's going to roofie you and steal your car stereo. That's a good way to put it. That's a really good way to put it. I think that 10 years ago it would have been this one, where, like, he smiles because he's like, hey, I'm just a guy. I'm just trying, But I think it's now become this one. I think it's meant for the ladies.
Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies.
I promise, or I promise, lie. I
You
promise.
liar. You can't even tell the truth to yourself.
Why? I told the truth.
Try something.
Go ahead. Try something. Encyclopedia formidable. 3%. Dig deep into your mind and locate the source of the expression. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Or electrochemistry. Oh, I see. Okay, well, we're going to do encyclopedia because that's where I went with my points. Let's go!
Like the river, it comes from a bad place.
How
somewhere
far
in
into the game
past.
is this? And would y'all recommend this? Well, I'm literally 20 minutes into the game. I did character creation for about 15 minutes, and we're about 20 minutes in. I played the game, like I said, I played the game about 3 years ago for a couple hours, and that was basically all I did. And I very vaguely remember anything. A lot of people have recommended this game. A lot of people have said that it is one of their favorite games. And a lot of people recommend this game to other streamers that I watch, and they talk about it very often, so I figured it was time for me to play it. I'd say so far I recommend it too. If you like detective point and click adventure kind of visual novel, lots of text, lots of very interesting art, very interesting character analysis and design and stuff like that, and a world that's very interesting. And that's kind of all I can remember from my previous playthrough, was that it was a very interesting and engaging game. It's also very adult from what I remember. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now. I'm not even going to try. Let the mirror be for now. Let's go back. Get to it. What are these? Oh, level up. Ah, you do not have enough skill points available. Do I have skill points for anything else? I see. Experience 10 out of 100. And these are the items that I just picked up. Look at it. It's disgusting. It's like dirty. Mirror, formidable. Find your other shoe. Done. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm following. My tender, childlike innocence. Salty, aren't you like 30? Aren't you like my age? This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. What is this? Pile of shit? Oh, okay. Empty cassette case. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. What about this? Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. Yeah, someone tore it out. I have to press fucking tab to see anything. Oh, yo!
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Let's pull on the
The
fan.
blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
+3. Fan is off.
You swoop up and catch the
Congratulations.
tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, let's equip it. Oh my god, it is gross. Look at that shit. It looks more like a mural than a pattern. Wow. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've heard that if you do the other one, I can't remember what it is. If you do the other one, the one where you like hear voices that I read, where your clothing talks to you, that your tie will talk to you for like the entire game. How do I go get my other shoe? I need my other shoe. Oh, we're moving. There's something on the table. Yeah, pick it up. Goddamn. 40 cents. Fuck yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit, it's so bright. Why does my bedroom have an entire glass wall that looks out into the city? That's weird. A gust of briny wind washes over you.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes.
A 10 experience.
Copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your like 2 baby crocodiles.
How do they fit?
They're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right
Oh!
now, truth be told.
Amazing. Oh, a bot spamming in my chat. Unbelievable. Get out of here. Get banned, idiot. We have shoes now. They may have lost some of their luster over the years, but these green crocodile leather shoes fit you perfectly. They're fucking gross. Take a look. They're disgusting. If someone came up to me and they were wearing these shoes, I would like wonder if they were wearing a costume or something. Like, these are not shoes that people wear in reality. Oh, you guys couldn't see the necktie earlier. Here it is. Here's the disgusting necktie. The necktie is adorned with a garish pattern. It's disturbingly vivid. Somehow you feel as if it would be wrong to ever take it off. It's your friend now. You will betray it if you change it for some boring scarf. Looks like someone skinned this blazer off some long extinct disco animal. It has an enigmatic white rectangle on the back right sleeve. Back and right sleeve. This? Oh, I see it. Like patches? What are they? Esprit de Corps. Halogen watermarks. What is that? Esprit de Corps. Conceptualization +1. Suggestion -1. A real statement to wear. Unsavory odor. This white satin shirt used to be fancy. It used to be real catch the light. Now it smells like someone took a piss in the armpits. Disgusting. And his 3D model is somehow even more like washed up ruin of a man. -1 savoir-faire, tight around the thighs. +1 electrochemistry, tight around the crotch. These golden brown trousers are flare cut. Normal bell-bottom trousers would be boot cut, but these are far from normal. They are someone's piss-soaked, cum-stained party pants. Disgusting. I'm sad that the game just made me read that. Smell of the sea makes you dizzy. I'm sad that the game made me read that out loud. Anything? Door. Hello?
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to
Cla-
her lips.
Classy? How do you say this? Miss Orange Disco Dancer. Okay, if that's orange, then this is Claus. I don't know. The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just keep on walking. Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
She seems perplexed by your question. Wait, I know. I'm a businessman, chief executive officer, right? Then why'd you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
She pulls on her cigarette. Oh, we're losing fucking time. You're shitting me. Goddamn right I'm a policeman. Don't you forget it.
Okay, cool. I won't.
No need to be alarmed. I was just getting into character, you know? Good. Now, how did you know I was a police officer?
First, I have to ask. Are you okay, sir? You
Oh,
look like you're about to throw up. Can I bring you something?
well, she keeps talking, but I have to read this. All of a sudden, she looks genuinely concerned.
She's right. Something wants to come out through your mouth, right in front of her, right here. It makes you put your hand on your stomach and swallow.
I'm fine. Answer the question. I feel wretched. Tell me, how did you know I'm with the police?
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
For a moment, it looks like you're going to blow, but you managed to keep it in. What kind of
Wouldn't
business?
say. In truth, so far,
17!
mostly drinking.
I don't really remember being a cop or anything else for that matter. Why would anyone let me be an officer of the law? Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her. Physically. Ooh, cringe. Ooh, cringe. Let's do this
I
one.
can see that.
Do you know
Could
why?
it be because of the drinking?
She raises an eyebrow. The cigarette sizzles.
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
She's 28. Come on, it's not that bad. Why would anyone let me be an officer
Don't
of
be
the
so
law?
harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna try to have sex with the first
Of
woman
course.
that I find.
Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
They?
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Before you leave, I have some questions
Yes.
for you. What is it that they have against police here? Where exactly is here? Where am I? Tell me what year it is. Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night? Okay, you can go for now.
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Where exactly is
You're
here?
in a hostel, sir.
No, where are we? Where in the
You're
world?
in Revachol.
Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation.
Okay,
Half a century
so we are at
after
war.
a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Should that mean something to me? Revachol forever. How about you tell me something else instead? Fuck it, Revachol forever.
Ever and ever.
Whoa, she.
Ever and ever, out of the corner of your eye, you see the hair on the back of your hand standing on end. It feels as though low-grade lightning.
What the fuck is
walking
shivers?
through you. You must be hypersensitive from the hangover.
What year is this?
51.
51. What century?
Current century?
What? Fucking just say 1951.
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
How many centuries have there been then?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
She grins. What's so
You're right.
funny?
There is nothing funny about civilization.
Her expression turns serious. Did you hear
There is
anything last night?
usual ruckus, loud disco music.
Did I have any
I
visitors?
couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
She nods towards room number 3. Loud disco
Oh,
music.
yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
She raises an eyebrow, waiting for the name to connect with you.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Ostentatious orchestrations. Interesting.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like
7.
life gets hard, but we go on.
It mostly just gets hard, doesn't
It would
it?
appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
Slow, sad songs started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this? Sure, the empty case is the smallest church in St. Sains. What was I singing?
Yes, there was a church in there, a really small church, like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also
What else?
that it doesn't matter anymore and that
Matter?
we're alone now. It
We're.
was difficult to tell. The song itself is very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir.
Winded?
It was
A
hard to
winded
understand what you
boar.
were singing on top of it.
I'm sorry. When you say wounded, do you mean that in a cool way, like a wild beast? Then what
Then
happened?
you started screaming and trashing the place.
Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted? That's so me. What did I do?
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. And
Destructothon!
screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Please tell me there wasn't anything else. It brides me to hear this. Tell me there was more. Was there anything else? Let's do
There
this one.
was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of
This
animal
type of
anymore.
animal.
I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Jesus Christ. Imagine laying up all night listening to this fucking nightmare next door. And by 4 or 5 a.m., 4 or 5 a.m., you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm getting up.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Thank you, Klaus. Wow. Oh my God, that autosave fucked up. It froze everything. Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. 51. The calendar says it's March. The year is 51. What, like 1851? Like what? 2151? Did we revert? This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trot Le Monde. French? Pick dialogue option. Oh, well, okay. Who's this? What? Hello? Oh, karaoke. Map. Are these things that I, like, could do? These are found white checks. Those on white are available to try now. Well, I don't want to try those, so I'm not going to. Summer door closed for the winter. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. Oh, we're definitely going to sing it. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. Is this a speaker? What is that? Hello, man. Hello, man.
A man in his late 20s
Gart,
stands
the cafeteria
behind
manager.
the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
Look at him. He looks tired and unhappy.
That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola.
Insulindian.
Part of the world you are in right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
A small steel tag says as much. The Great Skua. Stercorarius Skua.
Stercorarius Skua. Interesting. Oh! Medium 10 versus your total 10. We rolled exactly what we needed. Can I help you with that? What happened to the bird? That's the Great Skua, right? Let's do that one.
Your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the
Why
floor.
don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my
He
buddy?
pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Something tells me you don't like me,
no, you're a hero.
he says without looking
Hero
up.
cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
So, not only am I a cop, but I'm also a hero. You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
The body. Right, I remember. Oh my god, I did all of those things? I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things. I do not appreciate your tone. This is no way to talk to an officer.
You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to.
What have I been doing all that time? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
He looks down again and keeps plucking at the bird. Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Titles, blah blah blah, titles.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
What's
I
the
have
difference?
3 cafeterias to manage. 3.
3!
Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where did the Sylvie go?
She just, you know,
Hand
His
waving.
eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something.
She just... What?
so now you're a cop. Oh, forget it.
I can't even ask him.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul.
Oceanic soul. My soul is immense. My soul is modest. It's normal sized. My soul is puny. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. Honestly, this one.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard
through a PA system.
Through a PA system. By other people.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Of course. They'll really get a gauge on my soul with that one. I was thinking maybe I could sing something happy, like from those ostentatious orchestrations, folks. Hi, Bumner. I am playing it. I'm playing the game. How are you doing? How are you doing, Bumners? Yeah, let's sing something happy.
Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid.
Sing the sad song.
It's profound.
Profound.
You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Okay. I don't want to sing the sad song. I want to sing the happy song. I want to be the one to walk in the sun. Salty surprise and hit Alex. Don't hit Alex. What? I didn't read what that said. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. Today my handwriting got complimented. I'm going to be real. I was doing inventory, and I was writing coffee names down. So I was writing like Colombia and Peru and Burundi and stuff like that. And we were just counting bags. And I was not writing well. I was scribbling. And my coworker saw it, and she was like, "Wow, your handwriting's so pretty." And I was like, "What? You think so?" And this is not the first time my handwriting has been complimented, but I was like, "It does not look that good." And she was like, "No, it looks great." And I was like, "Well, I couldn't even think of what to say." I was like, "It looks better when I try." My handwriting looks bad. Like, I'm not going to be real, or I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to be real. I'm going to be real, and I'm not going to lie to you, are my fucking catchphrases, and I just combine them. I'm not going to lie to you. My handwriting does not look good, but I have been complimented on my handwriting very often in my life, to the point of, like, I feel like I'm 50-50. Either people hate it or they love it, and the people who love it compliment me, and the people who hate it don't read what I have to write. I had a professor tell me I had to type everything. And then I had another professor say, like, they loved reading my handwriting. Super weird, man. Sorry, I felt the violent urges and an immense soul on the breach of a powerful song. I have a big foot and am stepping on the song. Stepping on the beat. Do-do-do-do-do. How you doing today, Bumner? Welcome. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. The door is bolted. A sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. I'm doing pretty great now that I get to see you play this game. I'm so glad that you're ready for me to play the game. I'm very happy that you're excited. I have not stopped thinking about this game since I finished it for the first time. Okay, I'll give you a prep. I played this game for around 6 hours. Really, if I really think about how long I actually played the game, maybe about 3 hours, with another 3 hours of talking with the person I was playing it with in 2022. And so I have not actually played this game, but I have done. I vaguely remember doing all of this. I don't remember any details though. And when I played it the first time, I played Art Cop. When I was an artist in school. This time I am playing Detective Cop because I feel like that's who I am now. I'm a lot more detail oriented than I was back then. It's interesting that this game is also kind of like a personality test, right? This big chart right here where you choose your skills and your thing, and you read all the shit here, and you go like, that sounds like me. Oh, that sounds like me. Oh, that sounds like me. You really it feels like a personality test. Like, but everybody, if you play it true to who you are, you choose what sounds like you and what interests you, right? You're a Shivers stand. Shivers is okay with me. I wanted fast thinking, fast moving. That's what I wanted. I wanted to know what I was talking about and be able to act on it quickly. I didn't really care about mental gymnastics and thinking outside the box and being art cop. And I also didn't really care about like being able to take hits and deal hits. Like, I'm not going to fight people. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to reason with people. But someone else out there is like, no. I love beating up thugs. Oh, no. I love when my Thai talks to me, you know? And it's so cool to me that you can play a different game than me. It's in the same narrative framework, but it's a different experience. Everybody has a different experience, and I like that. It's almost to the point of like, I would kind of compare it to like having a different playing a dex or a strength or a magic or an arcane build in Elden Ring. It's you go through the bosses the same way. You fight everything the same, right? You are not the same, but you fight them, but it's completely different. Physique is a little more than your movement. It's more about your innate primal instinct and the lizard brain. Oh, that makes sense. Why my character has made like a lot of thoughts about like very, very primal thoughts. Look at him. I'm too close to the wall. My head is fucking twitching. What a weirdo. Oh, he's doing that Silent Hill 2 fucking nurse head vibration. A sign reads, Mess Hall reserved for Union members. Door opens at 16. A royal pinball machine is unplugged. This is a tiny-ass pinball machine. And it looks like fucking Alucard from the 3D Castlevania games. Hello, lady. Hello, ma'am. Oh, you're old. Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife. I have never been a fan of the trope of women only having importance based on their husband's jobs or their husband's titles. Oh, that's the duke's wife. Oh, that's the doctor's mistress. You know what I mean? It's like, what is she? Not what is her husband. You know what I mean? But it also is context-based, right? Like, if I'm here to see the Duke, I would be like, oh, that's the Duke's wife, because I'm here for the Duke. My frame of reference is the Duke. If I'm at the doctor, like, if my friend is a doctor, rather, in my opinion, it's better to think about it that this is just how your guy views everything. True. He views her as the cryptozoologist's wife, which means from his perspective, I wonder if he knows the cryptozoologist or if the cryptozoologist is famous or something like that. And so from his frame of reference, he's like, oh, this is that cryptozoologist's wife. Or he's a misogynist. It ties into how the portraits look. Oh, interesting. You know what that reminds me of? Odd Taxi. I'm not going to spoil it, but that reminds me of Odd Taxi, the anime from like 2019 or something like that. 2020. You love Odd Taxi? You understand where I'm going then, if you've seen it, where it is very much a from perspective, you know? Hello, sweetie.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
The portraits aren't a major story point, but they're just his mental image of their aura. I like that. By the way, chat is all the way down there over my portrait right here. Because I'm okay with my picture covering old chat for the game. I didn't want Twitch chat covering new chat from the game. So I just moved you over to the corner. Just fucking go over there. She nods toward the man in the orange bomber jacket. Oh, they're forcing me to talk to this guy. Oh, he has a white patch on the back too. Look. Interesting. I wonder if that's like my name. If it's going to say my name right here, or maybe my precinct or my badge number.
A bespectacled man
Kin
orange bomber
Kitsuragi.
jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone.
You.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting.
We were banished to the corner. It's true, Alex, but you know what? It's cozy. Look. You guys, you just get to hang out more intimately with whatever our name is.
On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Shake his hand.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
His grip is firm.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Invent a name. Oh, fuck yeah. Let's invent a name.
Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Oh, what a terrible name. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Because I failed. It's so cool. It's very cool, but won't I come off like a douche if I call myself that? It's very, very cool, but maybe just a bit ostentatious. Or I could just say it. Fuck you, Raphael's a cool name. Won't I come off like a douche if I call myself that?
Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name, and you're one classy cock. Say it.
Say it.
Yes, well,
He doesn't even process what you just said. Just moves
Not
on.
for a moment does he believe that's your real name. He casts it aside as an intradepartmental joke.
You know
or
what?
A peculiarity he doesn't
You know what that was? That was when a kid hands you something gross and you go like, "Oh, thank you," and then they turn away and you immediately drop it. He's like, okay, anyway. Literally, the right hand takes and the left hand throws away. That's what that was.
it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
Scheduling.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
You mean him? Nod towards the cafeteria manager. Yeah, just talk to him. No, I haven't. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. You're taking me for someone else. Yeah.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman. What interviews? I have, yes. I haven't. I don't know if I have or haven't, but I think based on this character, it's safe to assume no, I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body? I don't like dead bodies. Look, man, yeah. No. Completely. Dead body? Dead body? No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice.
What rank are we? Does he
It's obvious
outrank
he
me?
would have
Am I a
preferred the
captain?
body to no longer be in the tree.
Bro, we have to move the bodies
Where
ourselves.
it has been hanging for 7 days straight.
Oh, fuck.
As soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? How can you be so sure I'm from the police? But I can't remember anything. What were we supposed to do again? Let's get going then. I'm going to play. I want to see how long I can keep up the charade that I know what I'm doing. So let's get going
To
then.
you, officer,
Okay.
if you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Logic, fuck off. You're ruining my guys. Instantly. I was like, oh, let's see how long I can keep this going. I can't because my brain is like, oh, say stupid.
You mean you don't have a badge?
It was on me. It wasn't on me when I woke up. I have my badge. I'm a policeman, and I have my badge. Fuck. It wasn't on me
Using
when I
your
woke up.
identification card is a serious matter.
The truth
Has a
is
short
the
way of-
the correct
Use
route.
it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
I agree. It's been hanging for 7 days. That's
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
okay. Tutorial. Okay, fucking tutorial. What the fuck? Interview the cafeteria manager. All right, let's go talk to Bird, man. Hello, man with Bird.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices.
Unimpressive beard.
He drops the
He's working on it, okay?
Mr. Gart, right?
Gart. The lieutenant glances into his little notebook. You run this place?
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. I like his name. Kim Kitsuragi is a really cool name. Like, Kitsuragi is a cool name. I like that. The Harbinger of Ruin. As I said, Detective Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. I'm currently in between names. What if I'm just gonna fucking say, I feel like saying nothing is lame. I'm currently in between names. Fantastic. It's like when you've left your band, but you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet. Kim is about to say something. Let him. I'm making an ass of myself.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
What does this mean? What does this mean? Like, what does he mean by use? That makes me really uncomfortable. A female witness? Oh, hey, what's up, baby? I'm a police officer. How you doing? Hey, I'm trying to talk to you about this dead body. You got a minute? Come to my hotel room. Like, what the fuck does he mean by use?
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No.
Okay, we're in
I'm
Martinez.
Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Many. He means 3, guys. Also, mayonnaise.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
I had to say it. It's the only thing that I can
know
think.
Where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that.
Detective?
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Right. Questions. I got this. Who, me? No, I'm good. Hey, let's ask some questions.
Expresses profound doubt in your
Having this. Where exactly is the body? Who killed him? Why did Sylvie go away? You know, I actually can't think of a single thing. Where exactly is this body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
He points to the kitchen behind him. And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Franco-Nigerian. Interesting. This is like an alternate history. That's interesting. Why did Sylvie go
Haven't
away?
you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this.
No. Before I asked you where, now I'm asking you why.
Okay, you got me.
I
She went away
caught.
because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
You freaked her out, Gert. Never hit on your coworker. Bad. My personal moral philosophy is that coworker never shit where you eat, okay? Coworkers are off limits. It takes a very special case for it to be appropriate to flirt with or be interested in your coworker. For me, I have been interested in coworkers, but I've never been I just don't do that. You know what I mean? I also personally don't really think coworkers should be your friends, especially if you're in a position of power, if you're higher up on the level of responsibility. When I was a supervisor, I tried to keep it as professional as possible. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean I'm not like gonna hang out and talk to you, but I'm not gonna go to your house. I'm not gonna we're not gonna meet up and watch the game. And I know that like it's hard to make friends, but you have to make friends within your like level, you know? So when I was not a supervisor at UPS, I made friends with hourlies. And when I was a supervisor, I made friends with supervisors, because it's like being friends with your boss, and then you get to work and then they're mean, or there's something. They command you to do something you don't want to do. And then now you're not friends anymore. And it's like, oh, I can't talk to him. I can't write discipline on John because he's my friend and I don't want my friendship to be damaged. That shit is so weird. Kappa, we know you're sleeping your way to the top. What good is that duck ass you're carting around? You've never seen my duck ass, okay? You've never seen my duck ass, and you never will. So you don't know what kind of duck ass I'm carrying around, carting around, as you put it. So, no, I've never slept with a coworker. I refuse. There was one coworker that I was very interested in, but I did not talk to her. I should have. When I quit that job, I should have been like, yo, can I get your number? But I didn't, because I left in anger. I left that job. I was like, fuck you, I'm not coming back. And I should have. This was very recently. This was like a year ago. I should have been like, yo, let me get your number. But I didn't. Damn. Anyway, that was the only coworker I've ever, not ever, but I've ever like seriously considered dating.
Thank you.
Anyway, I know that it's hard to meet people and it's hard to make friends as an adult, but personally, I go to work to make money, right? I don't go to work I don't live at my job. I don't even consider my job a place for emotional or social fulfillment. I don't even really talk to my coworkers. They ask me what book I'm reading. You know what I mean? They ask me if I saw the inauguration, or if I'm playing any video games. You know, very, very small general talk. Like I don't really like, you know, I'm not gonna get deep with my fucking coworker while I'm filling coffee bags. I'm here to make money and then go home. And I get off work at 3:30 and then I live my fucking life. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I've just never been that way. So I always, whenever I see people like this type of scenario where Sylvie left because Gart asked for her phone number. Like, of course she did. That shit would make me uncomfortable too. And not to be weird, but I've been hit on a lot at jobs. He named Gert. Like, go Gert. But it was really go Sylvie. I've been hit on a lot at jobs, and if it makes me uncomfortable, I don't want to do that to other people. Like when I used to work at a camera store, customers would come in and flirt with me, and it made me uncomfortable. It felt like I was like a object on display, something for them to look at. And so even if I go to a cafe, even if I go to a Starbucks and the barista is beautiful, I'm not gonna hit on her. That's fucking weird, dude. And I know that, like, that's how you meet people. You talk to people. But personally, it makes me feel very uncomfortable. So I would never. Gart, you fucked up. Based on my personal philosophy that you, as a video game character, should be following, you fucked up, dog. And you, prime witness called the cop gone because you fucked up? I don't need to see that duck ass to know it. Getting hit on at a camera store tells me all I need to know. Oh no. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. The lieutenant says he opens a little notebook at the cover. Didn't go well? Mystery solved. Both of these are dumb.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
The lynching? That's an intense word. Yeah, getting hit on by a customer is pretty awkward. It is. It is. There was one specific girl. She didn't hit on me, but she was very interested in me, and it didn't make me uncomfortable, but it made me uncomfortable in the way of like, oh, I don't like feeling this way at my job. I would rather you message me on Instagram. You know, I'm getting paid and my boss is looking at me right now, you know. But I went to a concert and she was there. Me and my friend were chilling, waiting for the doors to open, and she just walked up to me, and she was there with like a friend from college, and they were both wearing like, they looked like they were straight out of the Matrix. They were wearing like trench coats and like skin tight leather. And after the concert, we went to go eat at a restaurant because this was the first time we'd ever seen each other. Like me and my coworker, me and my friend were which is interesting that I say that. But this was a camera store. It was different. It's easier. You know, that's another thing. It's easier to make friends at certain jobs than it is other jobs. Like at UPS, it was very difficult to make friends because you barely talk to anybody. You're in a truck alone for an hour, multiple hours at a time. But at the camera store, it was me and two other dudes. So of course we became friends, you know. But I didn't become friends with my boss. That would be weird. And we went out, and she showed me pictures of like we got to talking about like life outside of the camera store, and she showed me pictures of herself, and she was straight up like leather mommy dom. Like when she was not out in public, she was wearing like gimp suits, and she you can do whatever you want, okay? It's your time. But that is not me. That is not me. I could not. I literally went like, what? I cannot. I'm not getting pegged. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna get put in the fucking sex swing or the whips and the chains and the shit like that. That's not me. And bro, it made me feel weird. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my god. The one girl that I was like, oh man, this customer, yeah, she hits on me and it doesn't make me feel weird. And I saw her in public and she instantly was like, hey, check this out. I'm a dom. And I was like, wow. Very cool. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. Fuck, dude. Oh my god. Sometimes I'm so lame and I'm like, how are these people interested in me? I'm like lame as fuck, dude. I cannot match your freak. I can't. I'm emotionally dead. I don't know. I can't match your freak, dude. And safe to say, it did not really go anywhere. I didn't fumble. I didn't fucking fumble because I was like, oh, I don't want that. I was working the door one day at an old job and had a customer say to me, I've someone new to stock now. Oh, that's fucked. Oh, that's fucked up. I used to have people ask for my personal Instagram, which I haven't updated in like 3 years. I had people ask for my personal 2 years, my personal Instagram, and I would give it to them, and they would like posts from years ago, like 7 or 8 years ago. Like they would like posts of my cat when he was a baby from like a decade ago. And that shit, I was like, bro, like, is that what people do? They get someone's Instagram and they just scroll all the way? Like, is that what people do? What did we say? Oh, the lynching, right? Oh, the lynching. I was too busy talking about doms. Sorry. This stuff gets on my nerves. I am a feminist. I guess I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with everything. I don't know. I just went for it. You're right. I probably shouldn't have asked. Everything has something to do with everything.
Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
I'm not going to ask who killed him. That's so fucking stupid. Fine, I'll ask it.
Who killed him? I'm not the police. That's your job.
I
He
figured.
doesn't know. He just said they hoisted him up on a tree.
Oh, true. Before you said they hoisted him up on a tree. What do you mean by they?
People are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
He's surprised you caught that. Who exactly is saying that?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Everyone knows, huh?
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
The Balders? To be fair, I would also like every picture of your cat, whether I'm interested in you or not. That's true. And it's not really about them being interested in me. It's more about, like, them scrolling through, like, 200 posts to find all the way at the bottom, you know? I don't know. I'm not really much of a scroll through their page. I mostly just look at the top a little bit, like the most recent photos. But that's probably because most of the people that I met at that job were photographers and videographers, and so I would just look at what they're currently working on, what work they are currently producing. So I didn't really look like far back in the past because I didn't want to see their amateur stuff. I wanted to see what they were currently doing. I wanted to be inspired and see what level they were at. You know what I mean? And then they would look at my page and be like, holy shit, this guy just sold me a camera and he fucking sucks.
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why would the dock workers lynch this man?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
Wow.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
This does sound very convincing. I wonder if it was the dock workers. But usually in stories like this, it's like everyone thinks it's this guy, and it's not that guy. I have another question.
Turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Let's go.
Good job.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Whoa, 130 real? What's real? Oh, fuck, I'm not gonna pass that.
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
He pronounces the R with a mock aristocratic accent.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Inter-Isolary Real. By real, do you mean some form of street cred? By real? Okay, I understand. You mean I owe you money.
You're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money.
Money.
You owe this establishment 130 real.
He points at the red ledger on the counter. What do I owe this place for? But what exactly is money? You're under arrest. No, what do I owe this place for?
3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilate. The hole in
Annihilated.
the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
$40 for a window? He dramatically turns a page in the ledger.
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
We'll run it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. My hard work getting... Oh, no, I have to choose these? Oh, no. 40 is real cheap for a window. 30 is real cheap for the amount of liquor that I drank as well. I don't want to choose either of these. Both of these are fucking stupid. But what exactly is money?
What are you, a philosopher?
Actually, I might be. Since I woke up, I have trouble remembering even the most basic concepts of reality. No, I'm just getting my bearings.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend.
8
and
bottles!
9 packs of royal
9 packs!
You use it for everything, really.
Interesting. Where do I get it from? Why do I need it? Proceed to show him the coins you found. Is this money? Proceed, but don't show him the coins. They're yours. I'll do this one. I'll give him my 40 cents. Count them and give them to him. This is 10 plus 10 plus 20 equals 40. I'm down to 90, right?
No, you see, that's 40 cents.
40
Cents are a
cents.
form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
There's a tinge of sadness in his voice. Okay.
The cafeteria manager stands silently, looking at the coppers on the counter before him. Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
Darkness rides. Pick up the coin. What does this mean? Why are we mansplaining currency? Because my guy is a fucking idiot. He has no all right, darkness
It
rides.
does, doesn't it?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
What happens
I'm
now?
sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
He shrugs.
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
Isn't there somewhere else I can stay around here? I don't have a home. I don't remember where my home is. Fuck this place. I'll take my chances on the streets. I'll see what I can do. Fuck it, be an
I'm
adult.
sorry I couldn't help more. You should
Creases
leave this
line his
conversation.
forehead above the
I have
spectacles.
shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Okay.
Good luck.
The man wants to say something, but then thinks better of it. Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have
But you've
one?
been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Near? South, maybe? Far away? Up on Marvel Hill.
You don't really know, do you?
I don't. Does this mean I'm homeless? I have only a vague blackened image.
A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Could I trace this way back somehow? To the exact street, the exact number on a building? I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobocop.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Thought gained. Lonesome long way home. What is that? A thought? Internalize. Temporary research bonus. +1 encyclopedia. Factual memory returns. Research time 6 hours and 5 minutes. The problem. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over. Get up. Get off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through courtyards, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor tract, the 881, until you reach that domain eminent in North Jamrock. Streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to perdition. There's a side alley there, and your footprints in the mud. Okay. Okay, so this is a timed thing. I see. Oh no, the murder hobo is coming out. No murder hobo, okay? We're gonna try and keep it civil, okay? I'm gonna be, this game is fucking wacky. What is this? Volumetric shit compressor? Rigorous self-critique? Jamais vu? Derealization. Mazovian socioeconomics. Advanced race, what the fuck are these? Okay, clearly there's more that I will unlock, but I can't click them. I can just see their name. Date of birth generator. Homosexual underground. Oh. One more door. All right, we'll read those when we get there. Inspect the victim's body. Report your badge missing. Who made the call reporting the crime? Call Sylvie using Kim's shortwave to ask whether she made the call and pay for the damages. Ask your station for additional funds. Okay, all right, so we have 3 missions regarding asking the station for something. So let's go do that. He said that the phone is outside. Oh shit, everything's loading, bro. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. The sign reads, "Fuck the police, coming straight from the underground. Pigs go home." The street sign is illegible. The street name is illegible.
The RCM in
Hello.
Martinez. What can I help you with?
Revachon? CM. The young woman looks up at you. You sound surprised.
Don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some
Of
questions
course.
for you.
What can I help you with?
They love to do green. I noticed that on the woman from room number 3. Her blonde hair had green highlights. They love to do green highlights. It's very interesting. But Kim Kitsuragi has blue highlights, and we have white. Ugh, God, we're so... Ugh. We need directions. What is this fuck the police business? Who are you exactly?
Excuse me?
The street sign says fuck the police.
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
She cranes her neck. What about the other sign? Pigs go home. Who are these pigs?
I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police.
That's true.
It's not loving.
Fucking bacon.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
She leans back, shoulders relaxing. Who are you exactly?
I am just a gardener.
She is the gardener. She doesn't even have a
Writes it
name.
Well, but behind the sweat and dirt, there is something else in her rigid posture.
There's more to you than that. Cool, and what are you doing here? Good to meet you, just a gardener. Another question then. What are you doing here? Working on what?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
She gestures over her shoulder.
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty
Oh,
bad,
that's
so
terrible.
I have to take breaks.
That's awful. Because I'm such an inept piece of shit, she has to work around an active murder scene. That's fucking terrible.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
She smiles politely.
Salts, ammonium salts, perhaps useful for later.
We need
Is the
directions.
street signs messed up? Okay. What do you need?
I don't really want to ask these questions.
No problem.
She nods, brushing a fleck of soil off her cheek.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
I have to
Of
run.
course. I won't hold you back.
She swipes her brow with the canary yellow glove.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Oh, thank you. Amazing. Can I equip them? Clothes. Gloves! Fuck yeah. Oh, look at them. Thick latex gardening gloves in classic canary yellow. Maybe you should retire. Take up gardening as a hobby. It's worth a thought. I would love to do that. I saw recently on a dating app, a girl had her job, she was 30, and she had her job listed as retired. And it was Hinge, so you get prompts, and you ask you a question or sets up a prompt, and then you answer it. And then people can like your shit. If you've never seen Hinge, it's super popular. It's owned by Tinder. It's bullshit. One of her prompts was, my goal for this year, and her answer was, I'm recently retired, so my plan is to travel now. And I was like, how are you retired at 30? And not just retired, but retired enough to travel. Did you? And she was a very pretty girl with, frankly, a very voluptuous body. So I was like, maybe she made money, like, in the popular way. that pretty women do, or maybe she won the lottery, or maybe she inherited money. But I literally swiped left because she wasn't my type. But I should have asked her, how are you retired? How are you retired? I should have asked her, how are you retired by 30? I should have fucking asked her, dude. Professional assassin. You're so right, dude. This is the iconic Disco Elysium MC look. With the yellow gloves, really? Oh, look at him. Look at him. He follows my fucking mouse. There are some girls I've met that wrote some heavily patented code. Really? Maybe that. Maybe she made an app. Or worked on a game, or did art for something, or, you know, something like that. It doesn't always... I'm kind of ashamed that my mind was like, she must have made a lot of money off of OnlyFans. When it was a retail job, one of them told me to follow them around while she racked up like a 1K bill casually. Holy shit. I've met people like that too, but it was a guy whose parents were very rich, so he didn't even care about bills. He just swiped the credit card. You know what I mean? Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery bearing the number 57.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle.
Can you walk this to my car as well? One time, I've only been asked to walk at a retail store. I've only been asked to walk a really big order to someone's car one time. And it was an older woman, so I was like, sure, I'll help you, ma'am. It was a lot of stuff. It was a lot of dog food. And she asked for help, and so I carried it all in 2 shopping carts, and I loaded it into her car, and she gave me a fucking 50. She gave me a $50 bill, and I was like 19, starving college student. I was like, oh my God, I get to eat real people food. Walked her there and said, tech, huh? And she seemed surprised I knew, then proceeded to tell me about how she makes websites and web infrastructure. I should have gotten into tech. I wonder if I would have been... if I would starve as often. If I would be so tight with money if I had just committed to robotics and computer programming. But I didn't. It didn't vibe, dude. It did not mesh with my brain. But truly, nothing really has. I just think I'm not cut out for work. When I got back, my coworkers said I was this close to having a sugar mama, apparently. You should have kept chatting her up, Bumner. You should have showed her your booty Bugatti, dude. You should have shown her your duck ass, dude. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Open the
In
door.
the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Pick up the radio. Pull out the toolbox. Run your finger over the steering levers. Tap on the fuel preheater gauge. Pick up the radio.
Frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
She said lieutenant. Lieutenant. We say lieutenant, but she said lieutenant.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Come in, dispatch. Come in, dispatch. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy. Hi, Alice. This is the officer from the 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report. I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder. Ignore Alice and press the button labeled saved. I'm done with the radio for now. Okay, let's do one at a time. She puts you on hold. The static crackles softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
His accent is very thick.
The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, Station 41. I have urgent business. Over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
I did not know that 10-5 was a relay message. Just reporting in. Over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I need to report my badge missing. I am in dire need of financial assistance. This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss. 10-10, transmission completed. Standing by. Over.
10-9, over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically,
10-4,
it's
message
gone.
received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
A dry voice asks in the background.
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
Jules Pideau and Jean Vicmer.
He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge?
Chester McLean.
Dick fucking Mullen. Who did
Dick
you-
fucking Mullen. Okay, so our name is Dick Mullen. A very fitting name for this type of cop.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
He says, fighting off laughter. This guy sounds like an asshole, not gonna lie.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name
Ah,
of a
fuck.
detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself immediately.
Authority.
They're laughing at you.
Come on, operator, tell them to stop. This is serious. Ha ha, officer's lost his badge. Ha ha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. Can we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it. I feel like the best case scenario here is not to egg them on with these, but rather to just cut it. Like, that's what I would do.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going
30.
to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
It kind of sounds like an impression of John Mulaney. You know what I'm talking about?
What's going on?
Mac Torson.
Super Cop here lost his badge.
Do you hear it? He sounds like a caricature of John Mulaney.
He lost his what now?
His fucking badge. His I lost my badge. Shut the fuck up about the badge.
Badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you please just stop saying lost his badge for a moment? Enough with this now. I have another thing to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Fuck you.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
The room roars with laughter.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your
I don't have my
pockets.
gun.
Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh god, it's not here. This one.
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
God damn.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question?
Oh
You got
no.
your gun. Over.
58. 58. That's passing odds. Like that's in my favor. Let's fucking do it.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
Spectacular. No, of course I don't have. I didn't lose my gun. Fuck it. I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
He laughs.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
Whisper to the lieutenant. Kim, what are you packing? It's a gun. What can I say? A regular goddamn murder weapon. You know what they are. Bang, bang. Look, I don't have it, all right? I don't have my gun. Let's do this one.
He says it's just a regular gun.
Sounds like he's being deliberately vague. Detective Mullen has done it again. Where's my gun?
It sounds like Homer for a minute. The speaker crudely mimics your voice.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
The man succumbs to laughter again.
This isn't really a laughing matter. Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself. But Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh shit, they call me Disco. Who the fuck is the giant of Coco Nur?
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his ass. He still got his wiener. I'm not going to ask him. Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
Yes, I lost my wiener too. Just lay off, okay? I left it at his mama's after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that. I don't need to listen to this. Firewalker out.
He acknowledges your joke and asks you to lay off.
Lay off. Lay off? Tell him we'll lay off when he retrieves the goddamn police property that he has been entrusted with.
Why would they entrust me with anything?
Satellite officer.
I heard him and I'm on it. No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good without my gun. Thanks.
10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Christ, there's static.
God,
The man is fighting back tears.
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
This is a very serious man right here.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think about?
You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
I know he's not there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on. Are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself. I wanted to know if you've got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth? Please refer to me with my full name in the future. Any news about my family? Have I told you about my life before the RCM? Yeah, let's wrap this up. This is dumb. If he's alone in the room.
That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry. Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Fine.
Understood, sir. Over. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It's paramount to the investigation that you grant me more money. Please, I'm begging you here. I don't even have a place to sleep tonight. Okay, I heard you. No funds. Fuck it, let's do no funds. I'll figure it out.
Over.
10-10.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Okay, let's call asking for Sylvie.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Kim, didn't Gart give you Sylvie's number?
Hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Call that number. Find out if Sylvie answers. 1944.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
What?
Yes, hello?
Malaika. A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. It's me, the detective at the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, right.
She recognizes your voice almost immediately. You quit your job at the Whirling. Why? Was it you who called the police? Have you seen my badge? Have you seen my gun? Was it you?
No, not me.
But why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you? Do you know who made that call?
Sorry, I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
Okay, but Gart told me that Sylvie was the one who called. Gart told me that Sylvie called and then she dipped out of town. Isn't that right? Or, no. Yeah. No. He said that he's covering for Sylvie, and she dipped out on town because he asked for a number and their date went sour. I thought Sylvie called.
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it?
Yeah, sure.
Try someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on.
You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
You can hear her tense up on the other side.
Why not?
Wayne, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me? Did you leave because of Gart?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from whom?
You know whom?
Did you leave because of Gart?
No, why would you even think that?
She stops abruptly. He told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen? Sylvie, don't be afraid of that pig. You have to stand up for yourself. So you do agree that quitting your job just because someone you asked you out is an overreaction?
Please, don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business.
God, why can't you just mind your own business? She mutters.
Because I'm a fucking cop, and he told me you left because he asked you out. These people.
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
What do you mean?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
My badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere? Wait, how did you first learn I'm a police officer?
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Not my uniform, too? God, I should really look into that. Kim doesn't have a uniform, and he seems real to me. I'm going to let it slide. I don't need answers for every little thing.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no, not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
She sounds beyond exacerbated. I showed you my gun? When did it happen?
You're trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
She stops hesitantly, not sure if she should continue. And what? What did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Okay, so she left because of me. So why did Gart say that?
Again, I have been trying to wean you off them.
Off of what?
You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that.
People don't like that.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall." Painting.
Maybe Gart really did ask her out and felt guilty when it didn't work out. Possibly. Maybe Gart said that because it was easier to just say it was that. Maybe Sylvie left because I made her so uncomfortable, and she asked Gart not to tell why. Or maybe she didn't tell Gart, so Gart assumes that's the reason, not knowing it was me. And that would explain why Gart still gave the phone number to her phone number to me. Because if she asked Gart, maybe he asked her out during the suicide. Maybe he asked her out, like, during this really stressful period of me being here and being a fucking nutcase for 3 days. Maybe? I don't know. The timeline's a little fuzzy. I'm not... Why are we interested in Sylvie at all if she's not the one who called the cops? I thought she's the one who called us. I should have killed myself. Why would I threaten to kill myself? I mean, look at this world. I would love to say. Okay, I don't know what to say. Yeah, but what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead. saying things like big butts cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
That's true?
It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
She sighs. I think I got everything I need, thanks.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Wait, why does she seem angry with you?
Yes.
I finally passed.
To upset her at the whirling in rags when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
What skua thing? So you're telling me that I was the one who made you want to quit? No, don't be pitying like that. It was a lot.
Bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
Fuck that bird!
I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Amazing. That sounds like me, alright. That doesn't sound anything like me. I love birds. Bitch bird got what was coming to her. Why do I always end up screwing everything up? That sounds like me, alright. This one.
It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
Frick that bird! Right. Thank you for talking with me. Yeah,
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Hatful boyfriend arc over. Fuck them birds.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Yeah, we're done.
57's over and out.
Her voice disappears into the
In the
void.
cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Okay, we're done. That was very enlightening. So, we are a fucking asshole. Oh, trash. Autosave. Fucking slowing down my game. There are bottles inside. You should pick them up if you have a bag. You could pick them up. Oh. What, can I, like, recycle the bottles and get money? Hello? Child? Woman?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
I am the law.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of store is this, anyway? Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance.
Plaisance.
She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
Crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling
Feel free
something.
to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold
I'm
because...
signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime,
Romance and biographies of famous people. I should have a word with the store owner, maybe. Such a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard work. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Where? She stands upright and smiles like a little soldier. Shouldn't you be at school or something? What is this crime business? What is romance? Who are these famous people?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't going to school more important than this? School is stupid. You're not lucky not to be there.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's the business
Mum
going?
says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
She looks over her shoulder. Good to hear that it's going well. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Bankrupt?
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
Sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case. But I don't see much more to look into here.
Okay, Kim Kitsuragi. All right, don't fucking harsh my mellow, bro.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are
Board
there, sir.
games? What do you know about the other failed businesses? How does this curse manifest itself? Enough about the curses. For now.
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
She looks a bit disappointed.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
Ah, it's okay. Fuck your books. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. The book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. Fuck yeah. The book is titled Man from Helmdall and the Wildfire. This is a book about pate. This book, you don't really understand what it is about, nor does it seem important. A book about... these fucking words. Boyadero culture. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. That's true. It's true. That's what the 5G is. You gotta be careful. What is this? Rue de Saint Ghislain, 8B. Is that the street we're on?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the place.
I see it, yeah. Why am I looking at this? What kind of vehicle drove through here? Oh, reconstruct the movement.
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown.
Oh, look at that.
Took place some days ago. It's some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there.
Which means that somebody must have seen that car.
And then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria man.
Franco-Nigerian cavalry.
The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building.
Oh.
Before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
Look at that fucking crack right there. Also, what did they drive through the middle here? Like, this trajectory leads them directly into this bench. A car drove through the fence.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city. I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went. If you find the time.
If I find the time. Alright, I did see something right over here. Right here. Some great tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Yeah, it's interesting. Look at this. It, like, splits this little courtyard in two. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy a human being decomposes. The kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. What are you doing here?
Kuno's got this.
Kuno, the boy throwing rocks at the dead body, can't be older than 12.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
You know what he reminds me of? He looks like a character you would see in Psychonauts. Like, look at him. He looks like a Psychonauts character. With that, like, triangular head, no chin, very, very, very distinct. Look at him. He's a Psychonauts character.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno.
Your name is Kuno S. Really? Nappa Kimki. Nappa Kimki, Kuno, yells the other kid behind the fence. Hey, kid, a word. Police business. Moment of your time, please.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
What do you mean?
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy what
I
now?
mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Oh.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno.
Yeah, Kuno.
Kuno's riding it, see?
He wipes sweat from his brow and sends another rock flying.
Kuno, you should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
At him, Kuno.
Kuno know what a rake is. Kuno's not a gardener.
God. What an annoying character. Kim, what should we do? Are you kids siblings? Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc. Look, I have questions for you.
The fuck are you talking about?
He throws another rock.
He's calling us Kuno.
Whoa! He says we're fucking each other. First off, no, I did not. I asked if you were siblings. Holy shit.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
He literally said, I'm not. I'm not. What forces? You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Look, I have questions for you.
Entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
He juts out his chin.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
The body. What do you know about it?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Do you know who he was? Do you know how he got up there? Have you seen anyone suspicious around? More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He picks up a rock.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
I meant, who was he before he died?
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone.
Into the popo phone. Trying to... He shakes his head, clearly offended. Do you know how it got up
Probably
there?
climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it
You
happen?
ain't Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
He wasn't regional. He buffs himself up. Oh, okay. Where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking...
He looks around, trying to come up with something.
Or, I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Okay, he's making shit up.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
It is. It's from fucking Cyberpunk. That's a fictional city name. Night City doesn't exist.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's head.
You haven't been in Kuno's head. Okay.
You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna know what Kuno's been fucking up to?
Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame.
It's lame.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come.
Kuno's such a little piece of shit. Have you seen anyone suspicious around? I think this is a dumb question for Kuno. I don't think Kuno is going to answer this question, but we'll try it. Would never want to meet the kid. Absolutely not. He needs to stay in this fucking video game, and I never want to meet him in real life.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
What the fuck is that word? I don't want to Google it. I can assume. More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else.
testing Kuno's.
Get lost.
About the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard?
Pig, this is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
The ladder years?
No, it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climb the ladder up to your magic tree house.
An evil squeak comes from behind the fence.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic tree house.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
He spits over his shoulder, then looks back at you. I gotta ask, who is Kuno.
Kuno pig?
The boy points it to his chest with both thumbs. Oh yeah, fucking this guy. What a insufferable.
Never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
As a shield. Interesting. You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation. So you refer to yourself in the third person. Kuno, is that some kind of gang name?
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that book shit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying.
He seems offended.
Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
The words he's using are Finnish swears. The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm. Do you think this is a boy or a girl? Wow, I can go to the main menu. Do you think this is a boy or a girl? Kuno S implies girl.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Ray!
The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
The boy joins in.
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
I'm just gonna leave.
Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, do it, you fucking 11-year-old.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Ew.
Fine!
Damage to morale? I took damage?
You wanna get fucked again? Come back.
You hear him as you walk away. Fuck you, you son of a bitch. Stop throwing rocks, you little piece of shit.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Visual calculus. Come on, come on, come on. Yes.
No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Go over them one by one.
Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 46.
Wow, damn.
2. Standard work boot. Steel 3. Hobnailed 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46?
Which one is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot. 6. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make of boot, but number 41.
Light as air. Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gate is undeveloped.
Salty, get out your sniffer. Salty, I need you to tell me, male or female boot? Tell me, Salty, male or female? The gate is undeveloped. I'm pretty good at this, ain't I?
You're not bad.
You smell tasty toe beans? Must be female.
Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it. And the tracks burn in the middle of it.
Hi, Zero. Welcome to the stream. We're playing a game we just called Slurs by a 12-year-old, and now we're investigating shoes. And I couldn't tell if the shoes were male or female, so I asked Salty, local degenerate, if he could sniff it out. What a time to join. What a time to join. And the tracks burn in the middle of it in a strange, beautiful way.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46.
Twice as deep, so they're a heavy-set person. And 47, 46 is big.
Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
That would mean that either they walk with like a gait or a limp, and they're relying more on their right foot, or it could be that they are using their right foot for something. I saw recently on the internet that someone was like, look, my right shoe always goes down more, and it was because of their job. They had to press with their right foot, and so their shoe wore down more.
How many?
The lieutenant has been tracking your eye movements. 8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
The same guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Light step. Number 41 shoe.
Woman or a kid?
Could be a woman.
Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
I'm just saying random things while looking at holes in the mud. I have no idea where any of this comes from. I don't.
Understood. Anything else?
A heavy one. 200 kilogram imprint.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon to be...
True.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
True. One of them was carrying him over.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
You're thinking, why did they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the victim refused to walk on his own to his own lynching. Maybe the victim wasn't conscious.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
An aberration. One soul is smoother than the other.
Let's name it the odd soul.
Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal?
That's what I was thinking.
The harper. Or maybe a drummer?
Ooh, a drummer. So one of the people we're looking for is a drummer.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. The driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Okay, but you don't really, rub your foot on the accelerator. I mean, yeah, I can see it, but you don't really rub your foot on an accelerator. You know what I mean? You just kind of, plant it, and move your toes. And you kind of do this motion. Would that wear down your shoe? Salty knows what he's about. He does, and that's why I can rely on him for consistency. If there's one thing Salty is, it's horny. You have a dominant foot, just like a dominant hand. Hence why people want to walk in a straight line. They will eventually walk in a circle going in the direction of the dominant foot. I guess. I think that's, eventually it would be a very, very large circle. I'm pretty good at walking straight. I think most people are pretty good at walking in a straight line. Maybe if we were, absent-mindedly, just, lackadaisically walking, we would careen. I wonder if that's why some people, walk into you. When you're walking next to them, it's like they can't walk in a straight line and they walk into you. And you have to constantly fucking shepherd them. Interesting. If only I'd come up with the idea. I'm just going to nod thoughtfully.
Keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes. Well, do you think these tracks are?
Maybe 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
I'm sure that the tracks aren't as good with people like Kuno here fucking everything up.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashon. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last one day.
Oh, and you know what? That would actually make a lot of sense. Why these prints are still so deep and present. Because in the warm day, it would be a lot more wet. So you would leave deeper tracks, and then they would freeze. That does make sense.
Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here?
A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled,
yes,
especially under the tree.
So, the police did not leave the body hanging for a full week. They left the body hanging for 3 days, and then they called the cops. And then Dickface showed up. And he's been here for 3 days, except he's just been drinking. And now it's been a complete week, and Kim Kitsuragi showed up. And now we're getting to the police work. So the body has been hanging for a full week, but we were here just drinking for 3 of those days. We're really incompetent. Yeah, very much. He's a huge asshole. What cop sees a dead body and is just like, fuck that, I'm gonna fuck women and drink my brains out? What a piece of shit. Everyone is really useless, except for Kim. Kim's doing a good job. Kim's doing an alright job. Kuno's the fucking worst, though. Look at this piece of shit. He's hitting the dead body with rocks, bro.
Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
It does. What if he was already dead? I mean, look at him. I know it's really hard to see. It's a very small screen. But look at him. He's really fucked up looking. His hands are all bloody. He's bleeding here. He's bleeding here. What if he died and then they hung him just to make it look like a lynching and not a murder?
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy.
I think we have a firm understanding of what happened here.
The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
We've been through all of it. Let's move a little bit closer. The ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen.
God damn.
His lips are fish.
Look at it cut into his face.
Like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Endurance. Legendary. God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
The lieutenant raises a white piece of linen to his nose. I'm gonna turn away. Fuck me. Someone is trying to grow herbs in the greenhouse. Yeah, the gardener, who has to work over here in this fucking hell. What else do we have over here? Oh, a trash can. The letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash
Body
container.
is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
How do we get the lock open?
Try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage,
Or,
or
Lieutenant?
we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also
It's true.
have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
True. Okay, alright. I'm going to... I don't want to cut that. That's kind of fucked up. Alright, let's go. Hello? Fucking game, please. Can I zoom out? I can zoom out! Oh, fuck yeah. Thank God. Holy shit. Pry bar, no! You wanted me to do the pry bar? Nah, I'm alright. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. A beautiful, dark liquid spilling
That
out.
sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
2 hours.
An hour would have been bad. 2 hours is mystical. You have truly wiped out all trace of yourself.
My neck
if
hurts.
You haven't thought about rum and lemonade yet.
I've been secretly thinking about it all this time. Actually, should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me. Now that you mention it, I do need a rum and lemonade. I'd love for Gart to serve me up a beverage.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade to yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter.
I'm not licking the... Fuck you.
Man, you used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then.
Fuck
Get your
you.
drink on and your act together.
Find booze and drink it. I'm not doing that shit. Fuck you. Drinking has ruined me. Just talk to Gart, you bitch. Is the trash container out back yours?
No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
The fact that he almost licked the counter. There were 2 out of 3 options to lick the counter. And then I said, don't lick the counter, don't drink alcohol, and I got a quest to drink alcohol. This game is trying to force my hand.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me, and it isn't callous. It's common sense. I kind of agree with that.
Then. Maybe you're callous yourself.
We need those
What
keys.
do you need them for?
Maybe your guy's an alcoholic. I wonder if this man who is fucking, look at him. I wonder if he's an alcoholic.
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
The lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
He takes the keys from under the counter and hands them to you. So about the money I owe. I need a drink. Can you pour me one? I've seen something here, the whirling. Guard, thing I need to talk about. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here. What is this one?
Thing.
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union. Guard, I saw a sign that said I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go into the kitchen? There's this one.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
He tosses his head. Disco Elysium, did someone say rum stains? He tosses his head in disdain.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Whoa, that feels very pointed, Guard.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
He gives you a meaningful nod. How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
True.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Thanks, logic. I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union. Yes, that's
By the
fine.
way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Okay. I will come back. I don't really care to sing karaoke. Maybe just for the meme, I'll do it.
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns to you with a smile.
Who's sweetie?
Does that mean you like me?
Why, you are, officer.
No, sweetie. Look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Dimple or not, I'm a bitter man. The years have taken their toll. That stupid dimple has only brought me suffering. I don't want to talk about the dimple anymore.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
She slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling. She seems like a very nice woman.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
You seem to be in a chair. How'd you like to roll with me? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? This one.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
A grenade? Did you fight in the war? I'm sorry, it was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Thanks for clearing that up for me. It was rude.
Right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
It's true. I'd rather people just be outright, you know? I'd rather people just be real about it instead of being weird and talking about me behind my back, you know?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, right? Ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
She sounds impressed.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Kim, of course. I forgot I had you. I know. But there are always side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural. You're probably right, Kim.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Why? 3 heads are better than
Thank
2.
you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see.
That's true. It is
Slow
true.
you down.
She looks out the window wistfully.
Perhaps another time.
I'm gonna
Of
leave.
course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. Well, Tab? What is that? Oh! Healing item. Fuck yeah. What is this? Oh, that's like in the kitchen. I see. Anything else? Door here. Can I exit? No. Anything over here? No. Okay, let's go back outside, I guess. I guess I have to throw up. I have to throw up. I could explore the town, but I think it's time to just vomit. Let's just fucking vomit. Let's do it. Whatever, man. Fuck it.
There he still is.
Endurance,
looking
legendary.
right through you. The smell is repulsive.
Just let it out. Look away! Look away, chat! Ugh. Oh.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst.
Yeah, the pig barfed. Fuck you, Kuno.
Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
I laughed at the words Pepe Puke, and then I looked at the emoji on my screen above Kitsuragi, and it's so fucking funny. Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach
The
acid.
smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Happens to everyone.
The lieutenant hands you his white handkerchief. Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Where do we get ammonia
The young
from?
woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell.
He nods towards the plaza.
If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the Friet store nearby.
What the fuck is this word? Friet? With 3 T's?
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Okay. Alright, let's go see if I can get some ammonia. Handkerchief. Handkerchief? The handkerchief given to you by Lieutenant Kitsuragi. One corner is adorned with lace and a tiny embroidered portiere. Yeah, and throw up. It's also got vomit. There's vomit on his shirt already. Mom's spaghetti. We're not even close. Oh my god, I have so much to do. Who made the call reporting the crime? Keep searching for the caller despite lacking any obvious leads. Get ammonia, track down your badge, track down your gun, open the trash. Okay, let's do that. Find booze and drink it, not going to do that. Find out who is in the union box. Okay, then we have some done stuff that I don't care about. Wait, did I level up? I have leveled up. Okay, what do I want to level up? I think I want to level up logic. Well, I'm passing all of my logic. I haven't failed any logic. Suggestion 1. Holy shit. These are all really good. I think I should focus on the ones that I like. Can I level up again? No. Okay. All right, let's stay with what I got. Does that keep it? It does. I see. Okay, so you have until you click away. Okay, I'm understanding. I'm an understander. Oh, open the trash. Open the trash. There's the logo of the municipality of Revshal. Open the trash. What the fuck?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid with a well-oiled crack. The lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Why?
Just the feeling. A warning from some part of you.
You know what?
No. We need to investigate now.
Just like that, he opens the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
I wanted to go get the fucking whatever.
We're just in
the smelling salt.
This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
The lieutenant peers in. Look under the boxes of carton. Boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows. The methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Used to what? Dumpster diving?
Searching for evidence in the trash.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we're a cop, right?
In your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles.
Turbo noodles!
However.
Pick up the rags?
Threadbare kitchen towels. Something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes?
The lieutenant smells them.
Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
Why'd they rip his pants off?
Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but...
He looks into the container.
The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
With pus? Bag the shirt.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
I don't want to talk to him again. You think someone from the Whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
True, but we should do our due diligence.
Then looks back into
the mug. Container. I'm getting that mug too. Oh, let's close the lid. I don't need to dumpster dive anymore.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
The lieutenant sounds relieved. All right, let's fucking go then. All right, let's go get the smelling salt from old girl over here. Oh, Gardner. Hello.
Again, officer?
Do you still have your salts? I think I could use some.
I'm done with them.
She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it
Go
to you.
easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Okay. Let's go do the body first, since we're outside already. And then we'll go talk to the guy. I think I'm ready. Let's try it again. Please don't fail.
Looking right through you.
+1 has ammonia.
The body
Come on.
ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your... The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Goddamn. Look, he's pointing at me. The ammonia didn't help at all.
Nor does the wind right now.
You feel the lieutenant pack your back rhythmically.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life? This is bullshit. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a cop. Can't we do something else? I think I want to solve something else now. Do it without me. I just can't keep it down.
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it.
You pass your back again.
Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
You seem to be okay.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
There's a pause.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too.
That's true. Do it without me.
This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help.
He withdraws his hand and looks you in the
You need
eye.
to get your shit together.
It's true.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else.
Volumetric shit compressor. Okay.
It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is...
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and...
Okay. We can try again in a little bit here. Where is volumetric shit? Let's internalize. Oh, I can internalize quite a bit. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area to achieve a solid level of shit compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the 2 hemispheres of your brains. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. Yeah, everybody. Squeeze those butt cheeks. I don't think I'm ever going to pass that don't vomit test. Squeezing, sir! Squeeze harder, sir! Okay, let's go talk to you. Gart! You bastard. I know that you threw those clothes away. Here's your trash container key.
I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found the victim's clothes.
Strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state. Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my stuff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
Trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, at the beginning when we were choosing
little threat that solves itself down the road.
It's almost like a personality test, Bumner. Like the different types. Just by choosing different stats. Like if I had chosen body stats, then I'm sure that I would have been able to pass that vomiting like that, no problem. I wouldn't have had any of these issues. But or if I had chosen inland, maybe I could have not even dealt with having to get close to the body. Maybe I could have just seen it from afar and pieced it together, you know? I don't know. But like different your stats, different players get different playthroughs. I think that's very interesting.
Thank you anyway.
Thanks. Let's talk about something else. Okay. Well, that did nothing for me. Who put the clothes in the trash? Who else has unauthorized access to the whirling trash? Find this person. You'll know who tampered with the scene. It may take a while. Okay, so this is something that we have to come back to. Well, then what we should do is... Okay, she said that I might have pawned my gun, which means that there's probably a pawn shop somewhere, some kind of store that I can go to. So I'm gonna take a look around, maybe? Oh, there's a person right here. Hello. Tommy Lahome. The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes. This guy looks very similar to one of my friends from when I was in university. He wasn't in university, but he worked at UPS with me at 2 in the morning, and he looks like this guy. Except my friend, life has turned up for him, and he looks a lot cleaner, but they have a similar face.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on here?
Jam, my man.
He motions toward the sprawl of lorries and with a sweeping gesture.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils. heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You could almost taste it.
I hate the taste of exhaust and fumes. I hate when it gets in my mouth and it makes my tongue feel oily.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, all around clusterfuck.
Clusterfuck.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
He glances south, down the road. Limbo, huh? So that's where I am. How long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes and mazout.
Mazout? Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it. I don't understand what you just said. Could you say it again, only a little less plotting? No, I understand.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers.
So tell me, what do you need?
Care to spare some change for a working stiff? Tell me more about this strike. Know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel there? What are you hauling anyway? Tell me more about the strike first.
Whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
You think so? Maybe I should go on strike. What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess.
I mean, usually people strike for like better working conditions, more pay, more future-proofing, better equipment, stuff like that. Things that matter to the working man and the people and their futures.
I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Okay, so maybe we could find the company rep.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
I'm sure. What do you think the company
They want
wants?
to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
I mean, I don't blame him either. That's literally... You open a business to make money. And the better you run the business, the more money you make. But however, the better you run the business is usually hand in hand with exploiting workers and abusing people. So, I mean, hence the need for unions, right?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid.
Or laid.
Not that I blame them, really.
He smiles awkwardly.
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road towards the horizon, a glint of something in his eye. I think I'm the same way now. Like, I don't really go out. When I was 20, I used to like going out. I used to like staying up all night and doing things late into the night and hanging out with a lot of people and stuff like that. Now I just kind of like chilling, you know?
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
What do you see in his eyes? I don't really like the formidable. If it's like 50-ish, I'll do it. But 8%, like I'm just asking to fail. I have an empathy of 2, my brother. Know anything about the dead man?
I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Keep him busy doing nothing.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Wow. And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Wow. What are you hauling anyway?
High-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Okay, alright.
Relax. He's merely joking.
You're under arrest. Lick it. I've always wanted a friend in the other world. Okay, what are you actually
Can't
hauling?
even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo.
Found cargo.
Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing.
So, junk.
They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately.
Okay, these city names are fucking insane. Grodd, the Occident, Ilmaran? This is like fantasy. So, nothing illegal then. That's your machine behind you? Could I get one of those fallen tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't.
We're pals and all? That's your machine?
Rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of.
He points to the lorry with his thumb. I mean...
motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring.
Caillou?
This one looks roughed up enough to be.
I wonder if they're all bald there.
Rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
That's a fallen A6 you got there.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
He gives the side of the lorry a friendly knock. Well, that's it then.
Taps his fingers
I'm not going to do that.
Against his arm.
I'm good for now. Good talk.
Be a stranger.
He salutes with 2 fingers. Wow. What an anime character. Okay, cool. Well, that was cool, but sure. Let's see if I can find anything else. An ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. It's hard to click stuff when the camera's fucking moving. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain has almost washed them off. Tire tracks leading onto the roof? Oh, they're playing... I remember this was referenced. They're playing... I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking lightly about this game, and this was referenced by one of the podcast members who said that they became interested in this game because of this game. And this is called, they played in Canada. The old men in Canada play it, but I can't remember the name. We'll run over there and we'll find out. But let's see what's inside this building right here. Oh, there's quite a lot going on over here, actually. Plastic wrapped macaronis stamped with humanitarian aid. Step right up, mister. Wow, you have so much shit over here. A helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. This says, food gift for the people of Messina. This says, humanitarian. There's something here for everyone. Shut the fuck up. Aid tuna fish, not for sale.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
With your style?
Save the economy? That sounds off.
What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
That's true, yeah. Fast fashion is kind of destroying the world. Landfills are being just flooded with trash clothing. They're made with really cheap quality materials that release microplastics and microfibers into the oceans and get into the waterway, and you drink them and they inhabit your body. Fast fashion is pretty terrible for the world and for you as a customer, so you should really be buying quality clothing and buy not as much clothing. We don't need that much clothing. You really don't need a full wardrobe. Nobody does. So I do agree with him. While he is just trying to get me to buy his stuff, I do agree with him. This doesn't make any sense. Why exactly does the economy need saving? Thanks for the advice. I'll try to be more economically conscious.
Cool.
Browser the box.
Find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
I hate polyester clothing. I hate slick stuff, and I hate fuzzy stuff because I have dry skin. And I use a lot of lotion, but I have dry skin, so my skin catches on fuzzy, like you know those sweaters that people wear during the holiday that have like a 1/4 zipper, and they usually wear them underneath like a big puffer jacket, and it's like really fuzzy. I don't know the name. I hate that material. I've hated it since I was a child. Whenever I touch it, it feels like I'm Peter Parker from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, and I have spider hooks on my fingers, and I catch on it, and it feels terrible. And slick clothing feels somehow worse. Like it's gross. It feels like I'm wet. Does that make sense? I hate it. Ugh, it's disgusting.
The box smells like cat piss, or like an old person with no money.
That's really fucked up.
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand.
Find something worth salvaging from the pile of rags. Come on, let's go.
Grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek, a windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces.
This sounds like one of those t-shirts that you see that like children in Asia will be wearing, and it just says like random English words on it to look cool, but it's just like random shit. I remember I saw a picture of like a or maybe it was a post where a teacher in China, an English teacher from America visiting China, was like, one of their students, or maybe it was Japan, came in and their shirt said like, "I'm a bad bitch." And she had to describe what a bad bitch was to the child. And they were like, "She's a not good mean woman." I love that shit. $450 dynamic windbreaker serve. Fuck, dude, I don't have that kind of money. You're guaranteed to find something exciting. This says speakers from the people of Samara.
You see a Samaran street vendor
surrounded
by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast.
Sileng. Cool name.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool.
Everything.
The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer, you're
very cool.
Bang, 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 bang.
It makes both hands into finger pistols and fires a few finger bullets into the air. Bang, 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 bang. What a cool guy.
Feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout.
Whip him out. Oh, shit.
Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
Shakedown.
Good one, officer. You're a funny guy. Now, what can I do for you?
He nods toward his shabby wares. This isn't a joke. Give me your money. I need money. Just kidding. I'm really here to shake you down for some answers to official police questions.
Fire away, officer.
Finger pistol 9mm. He settles back onto a pile of boxes he's sitting on, getting comfortable. What kind of stuff are you selling here? The food packages you're selling have humanitarian aid written on them. How come? Where are you from, Sileng? Rhetoric. Challenge 12. Ooh, 42%. Persuade him to give you some money. I don't want to do this. I don't want to beg for money. Like, it feels weird. I'm an officer of the law. Why am I begging for money? This one.
You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle.
Really cheap too.
Buy some, try them out.
Yeah, okay.
No hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears. A moral hassle.
Doesn't that beat the idea of humanitarian aid? It's supposed to be free. That's what makes it humanitarian. I think one said not for resale on the packaging. Don't play games with me, hawker. What's going on? Okay, well, if they're delicious, it's okay.
No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers. An extremely reputable guy.
And who's your supplier
Oh,
exactly?
he's a good guy. I think you'd get along. I'll let you know the next time he's around.
Sure, he's a good guy. Sure.
Interesting.
The lieutenant whips out his blue notebook and takes a note. Makes a note.
It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now.
All business. All
This man
Revachol.
probably comes from Sea Guy.
Sea Guy.
Has the apricot suzerainty. An archipelago
Suzerainty.
Samara Isola.
What the fuck? You're from the apricot suzerainty, right? But you're not local, are you? Better not to mention. Sounds good. Let's get back to business then.
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say. Why does it tell me that shit after? Encyclopedia, you bitch. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say that you're from, pronounce it very painstakingly, Seaguy.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism, but the apricot suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
Right, but isn't it only a shithole because of Revachol? You're welcome. I do try to be supportive of other peoples and cultures. I don't know why I'm talking about this. It's some kind of mind reaction.
If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for business is good for me.
He smiles brightly. I don't think this guy's gonna tell me anything. Alright. Whoa, autosave! Holy shit. What is this? Water lockout. Water lock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15. What day is it? What day is today? Is today Wednesday? Who are you? What's up, old man? This is outrageous. Man on water lock. He's got a knife. He's eating a sausage.
Hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
The narrator has a very nice voice, but he also reads slow as fucking hell, dude. Like, oh my god. He reads so slow. He reads like 2 or 3 words at a time. And maybe I do the same thing. Maybe that's why it's bothering me. First things first, what are you doing here, man on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other
Barry the
side of
Butcher!
waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
I would do the same thing.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man
There he is.
in a yellow
There he
shirt
is.
and grey overalls
There he is.
waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
I too would be disappointed.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
The man on the waterlock picks the skin off of his salami and takes a sizable bite. Do you know what caused this wreckage? Point at the smashed billboard in the
I
canal.
wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Do you know what's further down the coast? Can I have some of that salami?
Well, there's the fishing village,
Breakthrough.
an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church.
Oh, I need
Not
to
much
activate that one too.
congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
He thinks for a moment.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins. Sure thing.
He cuts off a slice of salami.
It is salty. It is savory. It is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami.
Oh, fuck yeah. I could go for some salami.
Want some too, officer?
He turns to the lieutenant. The lieutenant ponders the offer for a moment, then decides to go for it. He takes a slice of salami from the man and chews on it. Thank you for the salami. Oh shit, here we go.
Shit compressor.
Ew.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Dude, this is fucking disgusting. Look, it's like compressing that shit and pouring it out onto baby dick. What the fuck? What is the art of this game? All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Hell yeah. Okay, hold on. I need to do this one. Finger pistols. You were promised a gun. That much is certain. This is why you became a cop. Yet, here you are, loitering around with idle hands like some sorry-ass loser from the street. Suddenly, consider that shit compressed, boy. Oh, look at that skeleton. Look at that skeleton. It ends in a tail. Suddenly, you're supposed to be solving cases by what? Like talking to people? How are they going to believe that you can protect yourself and them from savages without a firearm? This ain't right. You need to think around this problem. You need to snap your fingers at people as you do. Let's internalize it. -2 savoir-faire. Snapping doesn't help. Okay, so while we research it, our savoir-faire is down. Interesting. Oh, we have... No wonder we're getting so many encyclopedia rolls. Gotcha. And then we finish this one. Amazing. Can I level up? I cannot. How close am I? Halfway. Inspect the victim's body. Yeah, I can go back. But I have more things to do right now. I need to find my fucking gun. What is this? Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. Oh, electrochemistry. Nice. Okay, here's the pawn shop that the game mentioned. Wow, my nose is so itchy. Most military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. That's usually what it is, actually. When you go to like a pawn shop, it's a lot of like old style, like one-time use stuff, like quinceañera dresses or old suits that are no longer in style. I did not read that shit. I'm sorry. And or military uniforms. Like I've seen a lot of like World War II vet, Vietnam vet, Korean War vet hats at pawn shops in my time. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. Why are you in like a... What is this?
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on the tips of your toes
One
to see more.
especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved.
Stereo 8.
Just make sure it works before you buy it.
What I really want to know is, could this device come handy in my police work? Are you sure this is all in working order?
If police work means playing tapes,
Bird's Nest
sure,
Boy.
you can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
I don't really care about the tape. Truthfully, I don't.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms.
Really, these
All
action
are stern
figures?
and unyielding in their duty. Why?
Let's go.
What's this? A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What is this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
The who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend.
And they made a doll about it?
About a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points at the decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain price.
I only have 40.
I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
What does a headless man need with a hat?
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Okay, I don't need any of that shit. Anything else in here I can look at? Oh, what is that?
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Is that a streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
When I was in elementary school, during lunch, we would get really loud. And so they put up this fucking traffic light that they could control by pressing green, yellow, red. And if we were getting too If we were getting loud, they'd move it to yellow to like warn us that we were getting too loud. And if it got to red, it would just like we were not allowed to speak. If you spoke, you were not allowed to go to recess. You would get like detention, or you would like get in trouble somehow. You get written up, or your parents would get called that you're being disruptive. And I remember like 2 straight weeks where whatever teacher was in charge of that was like on an insane power trip, and she kept it on red every lunch, maybe even longer than 2 weeks. I think, and this might be children memory, child memory where everything is longer. But I distinctly remember it being like really long, like weeks or a month of no talking during lunch. No one was allowed to speak during lunch. It was so long. I was in like 5th grade. I told my mom about it, and she was like, they don't let you talk during lunch? They don't let anyone talk during lunch? I was like, yeah, we're not allowed to talk. We sit there in silence, and we finish our food, and then when you finish your food, you just have to sit there. Because if you speak, you have to go to detention, or you're not allowed to have recess. And we just fucking sat there. I remember that shit. And so now when I see like detached streetlights, it throws me back. What the fuck? What kind of power trip shit is that you don't let children have fun and speak? We're not even allowed to speak in my elementary school. It was whack as fuck, dude. Weird. The man keeping us down. They really were, dude. I don't care about the fucking light, dude. Whatever.
Wow, a very large red T-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand,
Whoa.
encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning.
Hjelmdal burning. This guy sounds like a badass.
The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar. Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there.
Ew.
Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
People who don't wash their clothes before giving them, like, if you're going to donate clothing, unless it's been, you never wore it, right? You washed it, you hung it up, and then you haven't worn it, and it smells like closet. It's okay. It's okay if it smells like closet or it smells like cardboard box, whatever. But if you donate your dirty clothes, you are scum of society. If you're donating dirty, sweaty, disgusting clothing to Goodwill or Habitat for Humanity or whatever it is, or Red Cross, if you're donating dirty clothing, man, fuck you. Like, yeah, thank you for donating clothes, but also fuck you. Like, wash your goddamn clothes before you donate them. I'm getting on my soapbox right now. That's my soapbox. Wash your clothes before you donate them. Because I have been to antique or secondhand or Goodwill or stuff like that, where you find something that you like and then you look at it and it's gross. Nothing turns me off more than touching people's disgusting, dirty clothing. You know what I mean? And this game loves to like rub it in my face with how gross all the clothing is. The clothing I'm wearing is disgusting. The clothing that the guy in the street was selling smells disgusting. The clothes in the fucking pawn shop smell disgusting. It's like, bruh, like, is nothing clean in this world? Is nothing clean here?
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
My photon?
It's the man from Hjelmdal.
Walking away from his burning village. Yes.
I'm guessing I'm supposed to know who this man from Hjelmdal is. I lost my memory recently and need help remembering basic facts about reality. Remind me, who's the man from Hjelmdal again?
The man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla. Mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD.
This guy, the way he talks,
in fact,
I like zone out when he's
that
talking.
Man from Hjelmdal ever really existed, but they are wrong.
Hjelmdal isn't a real place.
The lieutenant raises a brow.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. but both the man and Hjelmdal are an ontological necessity. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
He stops abruptly.
Wow. What?
What do you mean the man from Hjelmdal was real? How much are you selling this t-shirt for?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels...
What's up, 1010? Welcome to the stream.
So that he has.
How are you doing today?
Simple, really.
How are your studies going? He sounds incredulous.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect.
Right.
Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky.
I would love to watch the Northern Lights. Oh, I would love to watch that shit. I've never seen it in real life. I went to Alaska, where you might be able to see it in Alaska. I'm not actually sure. I thought you could, but I didn't see it. Good, but they uncanceled school for today. Oh, was it going to snow, or was it going to ice over where you live?
His theory isn't exactly incoherent.
Apparently it was supposed to snow today, but it just dropped to like 18 degrees or something like that.
Interesting.
Math? Damn. Smart boy. The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
He asks.
Courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light.
This right here. Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you. Shake your head. It's shameful how insufficient the police presence is in these parts. Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
Oh no, not at all.
He flashes a smile.
Many customers lately, RCM or otherwise.
Both my math professors have really thick Eastern European accents, so I'm struggling. All of my math professors, I think I had one math professor that was like Eastern European, but of the like 6-ish math classes I took, all of them were Indian, South Asian. All of them were Indian. In the beginning, it was a little difficult because my first guy was like had a really thick accent, but he was a really good teacher. So as long as I could understand what was happening in the math, I could follow along with what he was saying. But later on, when the concepts got a lot harder, in combination with accents that I was not super versed in, it got really difficult. Bro, I also had a European professor with an accent like that. It was so bad I had to drop the class because I didn't understand a single goddamn word he said. When I switched over to art, I had a art history professor that had the thickest French accent. I swear to, I think it was fucking fake. Like, I'm sure she had a French accent, but it was like cartoonishly thick. And I had to drop her class because I couldn't fucking understand. She also, it was like she didn't know how to describe deeper concepts in English. And so she like would stumble over explanations and use very simple terms to describe complex things and leave things as like very hand wavy. And so like her explanations were shit and her accent was so thick. It was very hard. It was like she expected me, and then like when French things would come up, she would speak in French. And it's like she expected me to know what the fuck she was talking about. I had an art history professor who had about 100 students in his class and no attendance checking. So by the end of the semester, he stopped looking down at the seats because there were only like 5 of us there. That's such a shame. I think that's such a shame, dude. Like, why? In my opinion, college is more than just getting a degree. College is learning and being in an atmosphere and like that kind of thing. And I liked going to class. I liked it. I thought it was part the point of college for me was to go to class and learn and to be there, you know? He was really passionate too, just kind of dry in his speaking. I had that with physics. physics and chemistry, when I had to take those, because everybody has to take the basics, prerequisites, as they called them. For physics and chemistry, like, people would not, the classroom would be empty, and then on the midterm and test days and the final, people, like, the room would be so packed, my seat would be taken if I didn't show up early enough. And, but on every other day, there were like 5 people in the class, just fucking there, I guess. And the professor tried to, like, mitigate that by making quizzes, in-class quizzes and in-class participation part of the grade. But the people who were taking the test did not care, because the test accounted for 70% of the grade. So as long as you made 100 on every test, who fucking cares about the rest of it, right? C's get degrees, so they didn't care. And then they would just smash the shit out of all the tests. And I was like, bro, I'm suffering. How are you doing this, man? Those people are insane.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored.
I think that tests, I agree, 1010. I think that tests should be a large portion of your grade. I'm not a big fan of homework. I don't think homework matters a lot. I think that you know what? I'm going to be rude. I don't know if tests should matter either. Grades don't really measure. Like, my ability to take a test does not count towards my ability to understand the content and the material. But I do think that tests are the way that we have, like, collectively decided as a society that this is how we measure your retention of the stuff, right? So if that's where we're going, then I think that tests should be worth a lot. But I also I think that each class should be a mix of essays and quizzes and tests and projects and, you know, stuff like that. Homework, whatever. Fuck homework. I hate homework. One time I had a professor that would, like, count my participation based on if I took notes or not. I don't take notes. I don't. I am addicted to YouTube. And so when I watch YouTube videos, I'm not taking fucking notes, but I retain, like, all of it. My brain has been trained to watch or listen to a really long video essay and retain, like, all of it. I listen to audiobooks while I do stuff, and I just retain. I don't take notes when I read. I don't take notes when I listen to audiobooks. My brain has been trained to just retain that shit. And so if I just sit back and I just watch the presentation, watch the lecture as if it's a YouTube video, I retain, like, all of it. And taking notes distracts me from paying attention. So I don't take notes. And I had a professor say that I was disrespecting him and that he was going to count me as absent if I didn't start taking notes. That's okay, 1010. Do your homework. Gone too soon. Well, thank you for showing up, 1010. Professors who know how to make classes interesting are 1,000 times better than someone who's like an Einstein-like genius. I had a history professor who had their entire class bursting up laughing about shit like Cleopatra and the Romans. That was an excellent professor. I agree. I had the last art history class I ever took. The guy was so dry, and he was such a know-it-all, and he was such an ass. He was the same guy who told me I was disrespecting him and that he was going to count me absent. Hi, Aya. Welcome to the stream. And that guy, fucking asshole. But then I had another professor where, like, he didn't give a shit because he knew that it was actually my first art history at university. And I never took notes. I slept in his class. But because my essays were really good and I made hundreds on all of his tests and his quizzes, and I did all of his little side homeworks and shit, and I read all the books that he told me to read, he didn't give a fuck. He was like, yeah, it's chill, man. You're doing great. And that was it. And I learned more from that teacher than I did from the asshole. The asshole, I ended up doing my own research because his lectures were so fucking annoying. God, what a piece of shit. I'm still mad at that guy. How's it going? It's going pretty good. We've been streaming for a while now, and I'm at a pawn shop trying to find out if I pawned my gun in my drug and alcohol fugue. It's a super pog day because the Fox book finally came. The Fox book came? Yo, fuck yeah, dude. I'm so happy for you, man. I'm really glad that you found something you loved and you bought it and it got to you so quickly. That is awesome, dude. Is it as good as in person as it was in the image? How's the are you going to write in it? What are you going to put in it, Salty? That's my real question. What are you going to put in it? How are you doing? I was wondering, did your you said that you couldn't come to yesterday's stream because a new book came out. Did you get that book? Did it come out? Did you read it? I don't remember what you said. Was it The Fourth Wing? I think it was The Fourth Wing, right? Did you read it? Or has it not come out yet?
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Typical vacuous consumerist objects. Honestly, I think some of your selections are, press a finger to your lips, more tasteful than others. This business plan is all over the place. You should specialize, zoom in, recapitalize. Quite the collection indeed.
Entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the wall behind
He's
you.
well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
I don't really fucking care if he's high. I love it. I'm probably going to write about shit about animals. Dude, fuck yeah. I respect that. By the way, do you happen to have any guns, like the ones carried by cops?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Fuck. Oh no.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now.
Oh no.
You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I'm seriously running out of shits to give. Let corpses hang on trees. I'm quitting. Fuck you. I've wasted my life protecting humans. They don't deserve it. I'm done. No one even likes cops. I wish I was fucking dead. Fuck you. Fuck you. This one.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
He says with a sad half smile.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now
Fuck.
Drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman."
I never loved that woman.
Former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. It's because the Furrows lost that match, said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while. Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Mac Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all.
I can't believe I fucking died. We're not really good at this detective business. I agree, Salty. I agree. Honestly, like, you can tell that he's got the brain for it. You know what I mean? Especially because of the, yeah, I moved it. It's over here. It's in the bottom. It's over here. I didn't want to overlap with anything, but to be honest with you, I could probably put it up here. Maybe? It wouldn't really overlap with anything up there. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's a good idea. Let me move, chat. Let's move it right here. That's pretty good. Good ending. Well, we didn't solve the murder. We didn't solve any of the crimes that are happening. This place is still lawless. Kim can't do it on his own. Kim Kitsuragi. So, like, it's us giving up really kind of fucks over a lot of stuff. We fail Kim, and I don't want to fail Kim. In the dead center and stretched 2 times. No. What is that emote? Do I have a stretch emote? Oh, I do. Look at it. It's cute. Look at those little kitty feet. Anyway. I didn't think I was going to die. I knew that I was damaged right here, but I thought that I could hit 0, and I thought I had 3. I thought I had 3 hits. You know what I mean? Oh, you got the book? The new book's Onyx Storm. The 3rd book is in the 4th Wing series. That's awesome. I am currently reading Tehanu, which is either the 4th or the 5th book of the Earth-Sea cycle. And Earth-Sea makes me... It's by Ursula K. Le Guin, who I very much respect. She wrote The Left Hand of Darkness. She is like I think she won a Pulitzer or something like that. She's a super talented writer. And she writes science fiction and fantasy, but it's about emotions. It's about characters. It's about the world. It's about empathy and anguish, and I really respect her. She's very much up my alley. And so I'm reading Tehanu, and within like the first 3 chapters, I was fucking crying in public. Like, that book, she fucking gets me, dude. She gets me so good. Anyway, I can't believe I fucking died. I thought that I had 3 hits till dead, but I only have 2 hits till dead. So before I go into that pawn shop, I need to find a way to heal my morale by 1, which is a really big bummer. Luckily, I didn't lose anything. My gun is there. My gun got pawned. Okay, so I found out where my gun went. Someone bought it. Now I need to go find that person. But I need to heal my morale so I can get that information in-game, in character. Anyway, I'm going to be ending it here. I ground coffee today, and so I'm very nasally, and I have a lot of pressure from inhaling dust all day. So I'm just going to end. I'm feeling kind of shitty. And I also had a shit day at work. So thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for being here. Aya, I know you just got here, and I'm sorry. I hope you enjoy your book, and I will see you next time. I'll be back on tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. EST if you would like to rejoin, if you would like to come hang out while we solve a murder with our deadbeat piece of shit cop here. And thank you for watching. Bye, everybody.